So hopefully I'm live on everything. Should be live. Hello TikTok, hello world, hello everybody. Welcome in. It's been a minute since I've live streamed on TikTok. I'm able to do it through Streamlabs. Let's go. This is one thing why I stay on the Windows. Yeah, I know we're doing the things. We're doing the things. Okay, so first and foremost, I didn't fix something. So appearance. Let's show that on the left side. And let's get my multi-stream chat up and running here. Click here to send messages. What? Oh. Apply. Okay. Authorize. Okay. We should be able to... Oh, that is nice. We can go boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Okay. That is sweet. YouTube, Twitch. Okay, cool. So now I can reply to different platforms as I see fit. That's cool. That's nice. No, I don't need to open up. I'm still going to have to... I'm still going to have to pull some chats off to the side. No biggie. No mumbo jumbo there. I'll still have to pull out this chat here. And I'll just pull out my other chat system too, so I have it. Yeah, we'll just hide this one because we don't need it. Oh god. Yeah, we're not gonna. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll just get rid. Can I just get rid of the chat? Like, I don't need the chat. There we go. Okay, I just don't need the chat. I just need the multi-streaming part. Hang on, guys. I'm getting chats every day together, so bear with me for like 5 minutes or so. I had to go turn on my fan and whatnot. Let's see. Does YouTube connect? They said YouTube was supposed to be back up and running, so we'll see if... Okay. Allow. We're going to be playing Fortnite today, so just be prepared. We're just playing Fortnite today. Fortnite, Rocket League. We're going to go through battle passes. By the way, sorry I can't see chat for a second, so bear with me. I'm connecting my TikTok now. Oh, bear with me. Connecting to TikTok. Okay, so TikTok is connected. Hopefully it goes through. Well, it said it's successfully connected, so... It should be successfully connected, so we'll see. Well, okay, we are connected. So everything's working. Everything should work on my end. Yay! Yay! Let's see. Let's say TikTok chat successful. Yay! Yay! Hi, TikTok. Love your faces. By the way, today's wild. Asmongold canceled himself. It's funny. Man, these big name YouTubers can't get a grip on themselves, man. It's like fucking wild, dude, bro. Like fucking wild. He had an opinion, took a take, and fucking guys, I'm an opinionist, but I'm gonna turn around and no joke now become a yes man. Everything I'm gonna take a step back, my opinions, I'm an asshole to everybody, but I am literally going to take a step back. I didn't think Asmongold was that much of an asshole. I didn't think he was that much of an a-hole. I thought he was purely an opinion, and it's like Howard Stern or any of these people. It's like, look, one thing I will say about Asmongold and his ban. Look, you abide by the rules of the services. The services don't want you to talk about. And yes, there's things that, like, I've had people tell me, well, Rev. Well, things fall through the cracks. That's just how this goes. Everything to do, things with platforms, things fall through the cracks. I'm not saying all platforms are perfect. I stream to a lot of them that have controversial shit. TikTok's one of the ones. Oh, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. And I have people that disagree with me, but when you laws go out the door when you sign terms of service, it's like Facebook. If Facebook doesn't want politics shit on their platform, and misinformation, disinformation, they're going to put things into place. And if you fall into that category, you're just going to get banned. That's just how this goes. That's life. Now people are like, well, these platforms, well, then I can't speak my way. Well, platforms have their rules and regulations in comparison to other places. It's just the way it goes. That's just the nature of the beast. I can't go walk into a McDonald's, right? And this is the adage I put out there. I can't walk into a McDonald's and start screaming out my ass and pulling out my dick, right? I mean, some of you guys got to understand that one. I can't just go pull out my dick out live at a Walmart or whatever and think that's okay, that's acceptable, because I feel, you know what I mean? You can't do those kind of things. There's etiquette, there's rules, there's things. And a lot of people are not understanding today, why did he get banned? Because platforms have in place things about religion and things like that. Platforms try to stay away from that shit. YouTube was in trouble big time when it came to that stuff. For a while there, they were like, YouTube was putting up beheadings on ad. People were pulling out. YouTube was losing money. So what they did was they went in and they started shutting things down. Like, you can't have an opinion. That's why BitChute was created. BitChute was created for those reasons. Now we now know about BitChute. It's an alt-right type deal, but again, like I said, this is why I don't take takes about what's going on in the world of things. I just don't. If you want to know my standpoint on the backside, sure, I'll give it to you on but I gotta be careful what I say. You know, I have to be careful what I say on Discord, because now that's becoming governments are literally watching that shit. So you have to be careful how you say and what you do. Like, Asman literally was speaking his mind. He was in the right to do so. I don't think he should be penalized, because I've heard a lot worse when it comes to Twitch and other platforms. But who am I? I'm a small person. So at the end of the day, I feel that, you know, at the end of the day, if he wanted to speak his mind, he should be able to speak his mind. And I think, you know, he shouldn't be censored for that. I think he wasn't bleeding. I don't think he was bleeding a line that was that bad. He was giving an opinion pretty much what Roger Waters has been giving about pro-Palestine, you know, for a while. By the way, Roger Waters, pro-Palestine. I think that's what he is. But I don't get into this politics talk. Like, a lot, like, I just don't. I do talk about politics. Last night, some of you asked me, and I gave you my pro. I voted for Tim Walz and Harris. I told you guys this before. I'm pro human rights. And if you guys didn't figure out on that, if you guys didn't figure that out a couple days ago or a while ago, then you're under a bridge. I mean, you don't know me. Like, and then people think and then somebody's gonna come in here and tell me, because you're a liberal, that's why. No, I vote independent. Check my voting card. I love how people like to come to me and tell me that. Yeah, no. I've always been independent. I've been independent since I've been, I was young and dumb, and I put Democrat because I lived in California. That's why. I was young and dumb. But I vote independent. I don't give a fuck who's on the card. I do my research, and I look, and I do what I feel is right for me, my family, and how I feel. And that's what I do. It's not because and to be honest, I like what Kamala Harris is putting out there. And I've said that I have now said that yesterday, and I said that now. You know? So I just want that to be clear, because I have some of you, down in my comment section, because I took a take. I took a take or something, and somebody got really upset and called me pro-liberal, and I'm like, I'm not pro-liberal. In fact, I'm in the middle. Like, I'm usually that guy. I'm in the middle. I'm like Oprah Winfrey. I'm in the middle. I don't talk politics. Politics is not the first thing I want to talk about when I get up in the morning or have breakfast. That's not the first conversation I want to have. And I don't talk about what's going. I know what's around me. Sure, I'm very well diverse and educated, but I don't go search for those. I have friends that do that. I don't do that. I don't do that. And I gave my vote out yesterday, a week ago. I was first to those ballot things. I put it in the ballot. You can go to my Facebook, or my Facebook. You can go to my X. I told you who I voted for. I didn't hide it. And look, if people want to, look, I'm going to say this, and this is me being open to you guys as fair as I could be. This is me being honest. Look, if we're friends, it doesn't come down to politics, how you like me. It should come down to you like me for my personality and me and who we are. That's how this comes down to. Politics, religion, things like that shouldn't even matter. Shouldn't even matter to you. Now, I do have a problem when you're doing foul things to people and you're doing foul things to children. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, we're done. Fuck no. If you do P. Diddy shit, I'm done with you. Like, if you do shit like that, I'm like, no, you're done. We're done. Even if you were my best friend and you start doing that kind of shit, you're outskis, abowskis, you're done. I eviscerate you. And I hope they throw the key and lock you away forever and a day. Like, real talk. But yeah, what's up, Josh? Hope you're doing well, homie. Oh, I'm having a blessed day, homie. Hope you're having a blessed day, dude. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Hopefully, I know I'm going to be watching the wrestling events, but I don't think I'm going to be, I don't think I'm going to be like reviewing it. I'm taking a break from wrestling this week to focus on gaming. And then I'm still going to do wrestling videos. I'm still going to do things. I'm just not going to be focusing on, covering wrestling or wrestling reviews. I'm going to do the wrestling news. I know AJ Styles is going to be out a year. Supposedly that's something new. He's going to be out a year for a ligament. But I want to make this clear. Like, guys, yesterday I had a couple of you throughout the platforms were like worried that, guys, look, I'm not going to censor you for talking politics in my stream, man. I want to make that clear because I think we got on the wrong page. I just don't talk about it often. You know, a lot of you I know. So if you want to talk politics or religion stuff, like, hey, cool. But just remember, keep it in the middle when it comes to it. I don't want to have an argument with somebody. I don't care. Like, if you're, like, when it comes down to it, I voted the way I voted. You're going to vote the way you want to vote. At the end of the day, I could care fucking less. You're still my friend. I don't give a shit. What makes you eat don't make me shit. You know what I mean? Where I eat don't make you shit. Vice versa. I don't give a shit. If you want to vote, like, I'm not going to judge you because you went out and voted pro-Trump. I care less. It doesn't bother me. And there's people that are going to come into my stream and go, oh, you voted me. I'm like, I don't care. Blow it out your ass. It's like the people that tell me all the time about my state being this, that, and a third. And I laugh. I live here. And you shouldn't even have an opinion about my state, period. Point blank. That shouldn't come out your mouth. Seriously. If you don't live here, you shouldn't have an opinion. It's like me talking about New York. I don't have like New York, Philadelphia, any of these places. I haven't been there. I don't live day to day. I don't walk a day in 24 hours there. So it would be stupid of me to have those conversations. Now I could say, oh, well, I saw on the news, there's difference. There's a huge, complete difference. Or I read an article on Yahoo, or I read an article here. There's a difference. So I want to talk about, I wanted to talk about this last night because a few of you were like, feeling like you were walking on eggshells or you asking me. It's like, don't ever feel that way. In my stream, never feel, I've had people come into my stream and say, I'm pro-Trump, you're a fucking moron. It's cool. Like, I'm okay with that. Hey, I'm cool with that. I'm not going to give a fuck. I'm going to laugh at you because you got to come and announce to me, but I'm not going to care. I'm not going to look at you any different. It's like, for instance, yesterday I kind of said, you know, some of my friends come in here and they speak their minds on how they feel. And it's like, it's cool. I get it. But some of that stuff should be saved into DMs, you know, like some of this stuff should just be put in DMs. It shouldn't even be, you know, not even be around me like that. You know what I mean? But the only reason I talked about my politics standpoint here on this stream last night and a weekend ago is because a lot of you in my comment section on YouTube were asking me, are just calling me this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, look, at the end of the day, like, my friend was just, it was basically, I went to I went right to where it was, and it was just cross-cracking jokes about, it was just the jokes. It was the cat lady and the cat dogs or whatever eating the dogs. And people are taking it as we're like pro haters or something. And then like comments, I had to delete comments because I'm like, dude, it was a joke. I had to tell people it was a fucking joke. Like, if you're that pro sensitive, then why even come into my video and have that conversation to begin with? To me, anyway, we were talking about Asmongold. Asmongold got canceled today, basically, and Asmongold losing his fucking mind and basically going in and apologizing and shit like that. So just keep that in fucking mind. But who gives a shit? Josh, hope you're doing well, homie. Thanks for being here. You're always here, man. I appreciate you, dude. Guys, Josh is the most kind-hearted guy I've ever met. Wherever Josh is at in the world, whenever I start the van life or ever in the area where he's at, I tell you, I'll buy him a beer if he drinks beer. I'll buy him some food, because this man is everywhere, man. This man lurks for me all the time, man, and I appreciate him for it. And I've toasted Josh. But as I said to Josh, always, like, if wherever he's at in the world, I said to Josh, wherever he is, I will say this, and you can clip this if you like. I've told Josh he'd be the first call I make if I ever get to where I need to be in the wrestling world. Him, Uwu, anybody that's been around me for the longest will get a call from me if I get enough tickets, and we'll all go somewhere. We'll go watch some wrestling together for sure. 100%. For sure. 100%. Somebody was in my Discord. Who was in my Discord? I'll go to the audit logs. Who was in my Discord? Audit logs, streamer mode on. Let's go see what was up. I thought I saw somebody in my Discord. Thought I saw somebody in the Discord. In the Discord. Gothic just went live. Let's go say hi to Gothic. Ads. Cha. Ads. Did they do United? Oh. Anybody? Then to get that do United? Oh. Okay. So Cynthia's not going to like me for this conversation. So here's a conversation for you guys. So here's a conversation for you, and I know Cynthia's not going to like this conversation. So we're going to talk about electric vehicles. I know Cynthia. I agree with Cynthia on vehicles where we're going to do with the batteries, because they are also just as bad in different ways, though, in a different way. But I drove, I didn't drive. Somebody else in my house drove. What was it? I drove the Mustang, whatever it is. We drove the Mustang SUV from here to Modesto, and I could tell you, man, I did not like, and this is one thing with the electric vehicles or just new vehicles in general that I don't, so this one's for Cynthia, this conversation. So here's the conversation, for you. For Cynthia. So when my uncle was going through what his stuff is, 6 hours up north, we rented out of Enterprise. I know Cynthia's gonna go, oh my god, electric vehicles at me. And I know she's gonna actually, I'll just go to her stream. By the way, I'm not against electric vehicles. By the way, like I'm not against them. There's a reason why they exist. I will tell you a couple of things, and I know some people are gonna say because I'm, everybody likes to bring up California. It's California. We're pushing the narrative. Um, um, so let me get into my story before I get into playing games today. There's a lot of stories I need to get into. So Cynthia, because of the way the batteries are handled, so they don't have good ways of handling them, and they cause. What am I listening to? What am I listening? Okay, that's annoying. That is straight up annoying. Okay. So where was I? So I agree with Cynthia on the idea, my friend. Cynthia, when I talk about Cynthia, is my friend. We talk about a lot of different topics between her stream, my stream. When it comes to stuff, I just stay out of the politics stuff. When it comes to vehicles, technology, things like that, I do. Me and her have a back and forth. I've always told her that I don't speak politics or religious stuff on stream, but I'll talk about a little bit of everything else. I try to keep that stuff away from my streams because everybody views everything different when it comes to things, and a lot of people have opinions. Now, some people are gonna say, "Well, fuck those people that have the opinions and want to argue and say this, that, and the third." Well, I don't like dealing with it. That's the true, honest opinion. I just don't like to deal with it. Period. So, yeah. But I was driving this electric vehicle, this Mustang. I think it's a Mustang Mach-E or something like that. It was some nice. I'll get a picture of it.
Flawless victory.
Yeah, so it was the Mach-E. It was the Mach-E, and thank whoever that was, thank you for that. It was the Mach-E, and what color? It was like I called it a coral, like it's like a dark shade of fucking blue. It was really nice. This car, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like this is my second experience. Yo, what's up, Icon? Second experience with SUVs or especially electric vehicles. I don't understand. You feel everything. You feel everything on the road. So I wasn't driving, but you could feel everything on the road. And I've driven in Teslas before, and for me personally, these cars are made lighter, and I just feel like you feel the road. You definitely feel the road more in these cars. So when going up to Modesto, California, 6 hours away from me, you could feel the road, definitely. Another thing I don't like about these newer cars that are out, and this is the one thing, there's too much electronics going on. Too much distraction. I don't like the fact that to get into your glove box next in the passenger side, you have to literally go on the computer, a little big, huge fucking monitor this big, and it takes up half of the dash, which I appreciate too. Like there are some things in tech that I do like in cars. The screens don't need to be that fucking huge. I don't need my screen to fucking take up everything. You know what I mean? I don't need it to be a fucking, like an HD TV, a 4K TV sitting on my dash. I just don't. I don't. When I'm driving, I appreciate a few things in these electric cars. We're just talking about my story over the week. So, Icon, we're talking about. By the way, guys, I am not doing wrestling reviews for the week. I'm focusing on game streaming and just being back this week. I decided to take a week off. I'm going to be covering wrestling news stuff on the channel. AJ Styles is out with a severe ligament tear. So I was right on that. I thought I was wrong. I thought they were going to play that as kayfabe. No, he wrote on Twitter that he was gone, or X, he was going to be gone for a year. So there's that. That's disappointing for WWE. And that's why they're probably going to throw the bag at Kevin Owens, which they supposedly have a handshake deal in place. So we'll see if Kevin Owens is staying with WWE. So we'll see there. But yeah, this electric vehicle. So we stopped at a Tesla area. So a lot of people say there's not enough electric places, right? Which is wrong. That's totally just, in California there is plenty. So you go see, there's Walgreens. You can go to local Walgreens or CVS's and you can fill up your electric in the car. So don't let people tell you there's not enough electric shit in the world. There is. Number two, when you go to Tesla bars, it's hard because they have two different. I had to learn. I don't own an electric vehicle like that. And I would love to own an electric vehicle, to be honest with you. I would. But, on the right circumstances, it has to be the right setup for me. It would have to be, I would love to own a Cybertruck, to be honest with you. Just to be real, I know people are going to tell me, well, when you want to own a Cyber, I just like the way it looks. And how much you could put into that thing. Yeah, I know it looks ugly, but for me, it looks nice. I like the inside. I like the way Elon has made that inside. I'm not a big Tesla person. I can't stand Elon. But I like the look of it. And I like the inside, the tour that I saw, the way you could set the Aviance, the way they have the tablet set up kind of deal with Tesla Auto stuff. I like that, where you can use streaming apps. They have baked in, if you order it, you can have... especially like me in the future of things, I want to start doing van life stuff, right? For me, I think it's a win to have, Starlink baked into the car. So like when you're going out and about, you have the Starlink baked into your hood of the car. That's a win-win situation. If you're traveling like I'm going to be doing throughout the United States eventually in the future of things, I want that. Who wouldn't want that? You want to be connected to the internet, especially if you're a streamer, especially if you're trying to keep up with your family. You would want that. Now, the Tesla, that price for the Cybertruck is I'm getting off track on what I'm saying. So basically what I was talking about is this Mach-E, and this Mach-E is nice. So you can charge it two ways. A lot of people get this confused. Like, you don't have to necessarily go to a charging station. In fact, you can actually plug it. You can actually plug the car into an electrical outlet. They have it on the car. So, like, if you're camping and you're at a campsite, you can actually plug it in directly, like you would do an RV. So it's kind of cool like that. I thought that was kind of cool. I will say the Mach-E is nice. I just thought it was a little tinny. I thought the ride was just a little bit rough for me, but it's the first time in over 25 years I've rode in a Ford. And, I was the one that picked it out. We got it in that bluish kind of color, and it was not bad. Not a bad ride. The mileage, I didn't feel like I was driving in an electric vehicle, to be honest with you. It didn't feel like that. The engine, it was weird. The noises for the engine are weird. When it ramps up, it's weird. They do everything through. Yo, thanks for the follow, homie. I appreciate that. Yo, thank you for that.
I'm hoping to do some sluts too.
Thanks for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate
There's
that.
a lot of sluts in Las Vegas.
Oh, there's so many sluts who won't know where to begin.
I appreciate that. Cheers to you.
He put it. This chick is pretty cool. She says there's gonna be tons of sluts in Las Vegas.
Cool. It's so nice to meet you.
Before somebody tells me electric vehicles are bad for the environment, yeah, they are. The battery parts are. But the rest of the car is efficient.
And there's gonna be sluts everywhere. It's gonna...
Thank you for that. Whoever played the Beavis Butthead thing, thank you for that. I appreciate you. Oh, by the way, if you're new to my stream, I'm minimalistic, so I like to have things minimalistic in my stream. So I don't have any like recent event stuff. Like, you know how some streams will have who the latest follower is, this. I try to keep that out in my stream. When it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, for instance, chat, I don't have that on the board because Twitch does frown upon that. Twitch has a rule about that. especially if you're multi-streaming to TikTok and other platforms. You can't have it up on the board showing where and why. A lot of people do because a lot of people don't give a fuck. Some people don't because they're literally just streaming to one platform. All right, let's get into today. Icon, hope you're doing well. Sorry, I was just sharing my stories about I was just sharing my story about EVs and going up to my uncle in the ICU and taking care of my aunt's house and stuff like or her apartment. Yeah, I'll keep playing. I don't know why Fortnite keeps coming up. I'm gonna turn that off. I think that's sleep mode. By the way, we're live on YouTube, we're live on TikTok, we're live on Twitch, and we're live also on Kikarino. Hope you're all doing well on all platforms. Let me make sure all my platforms are connecting. I am using, Yo, you got me locked in? Thank you for that, buddy. I got you. I didn't see that. Well, because my chat's not popping up over on... Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Okay. Wanted to see why. Ha. I can't hear Fortnite. Oh, there it is. Fortnite! Yay, I hear it. All right. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Why did I not hear? Oh. Okay. I turn him up. Hell yeah. I haven't played a game like that in a minute. I'm watching Stone play this game. I used to play survival games like this. They're fun. It's fun as hell. Make sure I get a shout out here for Stone. There's Stone Leprechaun. Got you. Oh. Whoa. Oh, he got me with that? Are you kidding? All right. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. I'm debating on installing this on PC again. What, Fortnite? Fortnite's not bad. I'm just in... Or are we calling Duty later? LOL. Well, I'm talking Black Ops 6. I'm also talking, well, I was talking Black Ops 6 because that's what I'm playing next week. Black Ops 6. I just got so many games. I have Black Ops 6 pre-ordered. That's what's up, buddy. I'm playing. On sale. Well, the only thing we've gotten wise is zombie. Well, we got the campaign trailer. That's what I'm playing first. I'm not rushing into multiplayer as some friends that some of you are. Yeah, I'm going right into campaign because with Black Ops games, it's always been the campaign for me. I haven't played Call of Duty in 6 years, so I don't play Warzone. Like, I haven't touched a Call of Duty game in over 6 years. I think the last one I played probably was Cold War, but that was because of Treyarch. I'm more of a Treyarch guy than a Infinity Ward guy, because Treyarch makes the better games, to be honest. They actually give a fuck about the gamer. Yo, what's up, Dream? I swear most WWE fans don't care about a lawsuit when they want to bring back Quietly Concerning. I'm glad that the reports are today that he said he wasn't in the creative plans. Yo, thank you for that. Roman, what's up, homie? Well, to be honest with you about WWE, Brock Lesnar shouldn't even be back in the ring, period. Not until the stuff gets resolved and we see what's going on with Brock. Then let's have that out. To be real blunt, you're welcome, buddy. Let's see. Well, Treyarch formula was different. Treyarch started, I think, with multiplayer. Then Treyarch was making games like Black Ops, or let me say that better. Treyarch made games like Call of Duty 3, Infinity Ward's first game in the Call of Duty genre was literally, as far as Infinity Ward goes, it was literally no joke. I believe it was could be Call of Duty 2. I think Big Red 1. I think it was, or Call of Duty Big Red 1. I think that was a Treyarch. I think that was a multi. Because I know the first Call of Duty wasn't even on console at all. First Call of Duty was literally on PC and it had a server. Yo, what's up, Professor? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Like the first Call of Duty was on PC, 1999. Let me date my fucking self right now, guys. I'm old as dirt. Hello, my name's Repsauce. I talk about things from the 90s all day long. Yes, we had things. We had disc. We put the disc in the player and we went wicka wicka wicka. Okay, no, I'm just playing. No. I'm older than shit. All right, let's put it that way. Okay, let me put it this way. I pulled out my iPod for the first time. Yes, I have one of those. I pulled out my iPod, and you know what? Music just sounds so differently, man. I'm just telling you, compared to the phone. I was like, where have you been all my life? And yes, I have an iPod. I had to replace the battery recently in it. And let me tell you, pulling the battery out of an iPod is a pain in the ass. Because there's so many clips and shit that goes alongside. Okay? Let's just put it this way. I'm lucky that I didn't make my hands, I didn't tear my hands up because, yeah. I don't know what Apple was thinking with clips. But, I had an original iPod video, and what's great is you could put a rock mod on it, and you could do so much. You could, my music's already automatically over, so what I did was I took the hard drive out, and I put a bunch of little small SD card. You could buy an SD card. That's the same amount of gigs that you would get on your original. No hard drives needed for an iPod video. Like I literally did box mod or rock mod, and then loaded stuff. Professor, I hope you're doing well today, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope life's treating you well. Hope all's good. By the way, guys, if you're not checking out Professor, man, Professor's killing it over on Twitch, TikTok, a bunch of places. She streams a shit ton more games than I. Like, we're talking more games than I. Let's just put it that way. Always constantly having, she talks more than I. Like, I will give her that. She talks more than I. And the conversation's always flowing, so. I'm usually lurking in her chats, usually. I just been busy with family shit with my uncle in the ICU. Now he's finally getting back out of ICU and shit like that, so. I only have 5 family members left. That's why, one of these days I'm going to start doing the van life stuff and I'm going to start traveling around. Yes. I'm going to take my CRV that I have, okay? Yes. And I'm going to do a whole bunch of shit to it, and we're going to put solar panels on it, and we're going to do the whole thing. We're going to be a hermit in the car, okay? I'm putting it that way. I know somebody's going to be like, "What the fuck, man? Why?" Because I don't want to pay for rent. Hell no. I'd rather pay for gas than I'd rather pay for rent, to be honest with you. And I get to travel and I get to see all my friends and all the good stuff that California and a whole bunch of places have to offer. And I want to travel up to Canada. Like, trust me, I haven't been to Canada in like over 5 years. I would like to go up there and see the good parts of the national parks of Canada and what Canada has to offer. Like, seriously. Like, I'm being for real with that one. Like, I want to see what Canada. I want to go up Alaska, and I want to go up the Alaskan Highway, and take in the frigid weather of Canada, of some of the places of Canada. I want to go up to I've been up to Vancouver. I've been up to Vancouver. I've been to Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I learned a little French, but I would like to go up and experience. But that's going to cost money, because the thing is about Canada National Parks, from what I've heard with their, from watching other Van Lives videos, because I've studied on the matter, you have to pay for that. Canada's not like the United States where we have free national parks and you can just go to it. And, you could be in designated areas. In Canada, you have to pay for it. And unfortunately, that's not a big deal to me. Like, look, you're paying basically for them to upkeep the park and things like that. But I would like to go. Those are things in Canada that I want to go to and experience in my lifetime. I'm all about you know, I know global warming's a thing, and I know the world's heating up and shit like that. But I would like to see the good parts before those shits go to waste and go away. Personal opinion, personal fact, personal opinion. I want to travel the world. That's one of my major goals, because I'm not gonna have very much family in the next 5, and I don't plan on getting married anytime soon or anything like that. So for me, I just want to visit my stream friends, say hi to my friends, and get to know people on a personal note. You know, like, you know, go have a beer, have them take. You know, the thing about the van life for me. The first COD was Xbox that I remember. So I'm a super Call of Duty head. So the first Call of Duty was just called Call of Duty, and it was made by Activision. No, it was made by EA and Treyarch. And that game, the reason why it didn't do so well, and the reason why Activision went and bought and purchased the IP, because DICE and EA at the time wanted to make their game different, and the developers at the time didn't want to cannibalize Call of Duty for what it was at the time. And so they took the assets of Call of Duty, and they turned it into part of it into to now we know Battlefield. Battlefield, to this day, still has the same original kind of look and feel outside of a few games with the new engines and stuff. It still has the same like type of. You can go fact check me on this one if you like, but they're all the same, basically. They've all been the same outside of character selection. They still have the two sides, like big square, where it has the enemy side and this side, and it has all like 100 names on it. You know what I mean? On two sides. So there's that. And thanks, Professor, for being here. I appreciate it, homie. Like, seriously. Thanks for my chat system's working for TikTok. So Battlefield did things differently than Call of Duty. So Call of Duty kept to the bread and butter of just regular multiplayer and some certain aspects, and then where Battlefield did everything else. Battlefield had they had the maps and stuff. So like Battlefield, my favorite Battlefields are the older ones than the beginning ones. My favorite Call of Duties will be Call of Duty 3, World at War. I wasn't a really big fan of Modern Warfare. Like, a lot of people are like, oh man, how can you not put Modern Warfare up there? And it's like, I wasn't a big Modern Warfare player like that. Like, I had friends that were, like, I had lots of friends that were all about it. I was more about the Black Ops, the World at War. I was more of a zombies player. Like, at the time, I was more like on Xbox. I get on Xbox, smoke cigarettes, marijuana, and go and play for hours. Black Ops 1, World at War, running around town, Nacha de Toten, Kinder Toten. Those were my maps. Like, we would go for hours, days. I would spend a whole day in lobbies just streaming, hanging out with people, and smoking weed and fucking cigarettes, and just playing nonstop, man. Just nonstop. When I got out of high school, it was that. And even when I was in high school, I was playing Call of Duty 3 like you wouldn't believe. I loved Call of Duty, and that's the only Call of Duty that allowed you to use vehicles. Like, you can go run up to a vehicle and take. So, yeah, fun fact. Now, Black Ops 6, I'm excited for. What piqued my interest is the fact that Treyarch takes their time, and they've been developing this for 2 to 3 years. So, piqued my interest because I am a huge Desert War history buff. I love that 90s war, Jarhead type stuff. So I'm all for it. And I like Treyarch. Treyarch's the greatest. So to me, over Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward doesn't know what they're doing. Infinity Ward just keeps milking franchises where Treyarch takes their time. And hopefully this game's not trash. I spent $69.99. So hopefully it's not trash. And if you are, a lot of my friends are going on Game Pass on PC and Xbox, and they're just grabbing it on PC Game Pass. And I can't blame people for there because they've been treated so bad with Call of Duty over the years, so I don't blame people there when it comes to Call of Duty in general. I would say if you're on the fence like that, just go get yourself a month of Game Pass, try it out, and then if you really don't want to pay for Game Pass, just go buy it outright on a sale. That's what I would tell you. Microsoft has to hit a home run with this game, literally. They have to. If they don't, Microsoft's going to be in a world of hurt. Because they haven't really shown any, like, first-party games that are really, like, I have to go out and have it. Like, for instance, Indiana Jones, I'm not running out day one to go pick that up. Indiana Jones will be, like, one that I go pick up on a sale. Like, $79.99 now at, like, $69.99 or $70.99, you have to really wow me for the price. You really have to wine and dine me to really get me off my chair to buy a game. Call of Duty is because I like the campaign. Call of Duty is because of the campaign. That's why. The campaign looks so interesting to me. That's why. And I'm going to be playing co-op with Uwu, so it's going to be fun. So I'm really going to be enjoying it. I usually dive first into campaigns if they're interesting to me. Let me read this. NXT had 639 viewers this week. Back to normal as predicted. Crazy to see 200K drop in 3 weeks. Well, you got to understand. You got to understand, like I said 2 weeks ago about CW, right? Right now, it's all about it's, can I say this in a good way? Excuse me. Sorry. So, when I was telling you guys, like, there's a honeymoon period, everybody jumped on the whole bandwagon for the first 2 weeks of NXT because of the big names. They weren't really there to watch it. You have people like JD from New York, Garrick Bischoff, Miltzer, and a few others. Conrad, they don't watch it. They only tune into the juicy shit. They don't tune in for the fucking. And you got a lot of WWE fans that are like that. Those are not real WWE fans to me. Like, if you watch that shit casual, like, and if you only watch it because it's a big event happening, you're not really a wrestling. True wrestling fans are the ones like myself, like some of my community. What is going on? What's going on? I'm talking wrestling, chilling, vibing, playing Fortnite. Kind of just taking a break, kind of chit-chatting with multiple streams at the moment. We were talking about NXT and had 639K. Yeah. Like I said before, a lot of the big names on YouTube, literally like JD, Bischoff, and a few others were they all there just for the glitz and glamour of it. And then once the honeymoon period's over, they stop watching. That's just how this goes. How you doing, big man? Hope you're doing well, buddy. We're having a great Wednesday. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I'm not surprised. I'm not really surprised, and the production value of NXT right now is not really that great. I'm not a big fan of no picture to picture. NXT's kind of lost where they were on USA. Like, for instance, they had picture to picture. I don't understand that. How do you not have picture to picture? I like seeing the action as it's happening during commercial breaks. I don't like that about this. I don't like about that, and I haven't been watching NXT. Like last night, I didn't go and watch it. Unfortunately, I just went to bed. Like, I'm not reviewing wrestling this week, but I will cover the wrestling news this week. So, like, I'm gonna do these type of streams throughout the board on YouTube and stuff like that. Not for me personally, creatively, it hits a wall, and then with how many matches on the card, and then the rematches. Yeah, I get you. I feel that. Well, this week, as far as wrestling is, I'm more gonna be game streaming, so like I'll probably put up AEW off to the side of me this week. I'll watch AEW, but like I said, my mind's not like I want to get back into game streaming, and next week Call of Duty comes out. I'm kind of gonna be focusing on that. So like these next 2 weeks, as far as wrestling goes, I'll cover the news and stuff like that, but I won't be really really in it to do these long reviews, to be honest. To be real frank. Let me get back into putting it on squads, and then we do no fill on off. Yeah, no fill. Perfect. I feel like NXT is kind of boring. Well, a lot of people feel that way. NXT's not for everyone. I mean, I like the stuff they're doing with Julia and Stephanie. You gotta give Julia and Stephanie Vaquer credit on something. One thing that why is it okay? Okay, game. Why am I not okay? What's going on with this game right now? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with Fortnite. It wasn't letting me back into the main menu. What the fuck? One thing you gotta understand with NXT, and this is the one thing I think people don't understand is, and this is the typical WWE person. This is the typical WWE casual fan. They want Stephanie Vaquer. They want Julia to have belts already. And again, what happened to earning it? What happened to having a feel-good story to go behind that? That's why I was happy Julia didn't win the title. They're building a storyline, and they're going to keep it going for a while. I think it's absurd to me that we're forgetting, like, people are like, oh, but you're mad, and then you go the opposite way, and then you get mad when AEW does it. It's like, okay, then you can't have it both ways. You can't have your cookie over on one side, then you don't want it over here. It's like, come on. You don't like it when AEW does it. These WWE casual fans, they don't like when AEW does it. Puts a belt just to put a belt on somebody. And then you want it just to have a belt on Julia to have a belt on Julia. If there's no story for that, there's no build up to that, what's the point of having, just because she's a big juicy name doesn't mean shit to me. Exactly. They have way too many names. This is why I don't understand why the mid-card title scene on NXT is not being utilized better. I seriously don't understand that personally. I've never understood that. For the life of me, I've never understood that. You know what I mean? I've never understood that. Like, to me, you have a mid-card title sitting there with the North America title. Why are you not making that juicy? That to me, that just makes no sense. You gave MFLE, right, the title, and you had him hold it for almost 2 years, 3 years. Jordan is not itchy for me. Like, what they should do is they should have Julia go right down there. Julia or Stephanie Vaquer. What they should do is have Stephanie Vaquer go down a division, down into the mid-card and just beat her. And then you can have that Julia and Stephanie Vaquer feud. You could turn around and you can have Cora Jade down there. Like, there's so much you could do with that title. WWE, I just feels like WWE just made a title and they're not even giving a fuck about that title to me on NXT television. It just feels like Cora Jade, they brought her back, but this is a missed opportunity to me. That North America champion, what was the point of it if you're not going to do anything with it? And to me, they have Jordan fighting all these fucking people that make no sense. Like, up and comers, great. And she's not even putting on good matches. Take the belt off of her. I get she's the first one that won the belt, and I get it. They got to hold on for a while with that. Make her look strong. Get the belt off of her. It's my co-host Icon has said it in streams. I've said it. Icon has hung out with me and said it. It's not good. It's been terrible. A lot of you in the community have said the same thing. It's been trash. It's not good. Now, another thing is with, I do hope for everybody here, I do hope for my sake, I do hope that Tony Khan lives up to what he said. He said they're hitting a reset switch with the creative. I'm hoping that they keep the belt on Kadeshita at least 7 months, maybe 6 months. The main event scene on NXT is the worst I've ever seen. Autopilot mode. I'm not interested in Trick facing contenders that ain't believable. Well, the problem is here's the problem. Here's your problem, right? And hold on, let me dismiss this on my Apple Watch real quick. My health tracker shit. Here's the problem you're having. They booked Trick Williams into a corner. They should have never gave this man the belt. This man should be up on the main roster, as I told you guys. This guy should be in the I'm not gonna front you guys. He should be in the how can I say this in a good way without pissing anybody off? Trick Williams should be in the United States mid-card scene than literally in the fucking, no offense. They should have him, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, all fighting for LA Knight's title. And you should have just kept the belt on Ethan Page. It makes no sense because it just made no sense. Then you shouldn't have taken the belt off of Trick Williams to begin with. You should have had Trick have a long reign. You know, to me, Trick Williams should be up in the mid card here at this point, and it should that United States title picture should be the best division that you like. That and the Intercontinental side of things should be the best you've ever seen in your life. But they won't do it. They won't do it. That's the sad part of right now. It's the sad part of WWE right now. Missed opportunity. They just need to take the belt off of her. She's still NXT level up shit. She needs to have the belt taken off of her. And whoever made the decision, if that was Shawn Michaels that made the decision, then that's boneheaded to me. You have Cora Jade. Do you have fucking Stephanie Van? This is why I told you guys. This is now your guys are starting to see why I said Stephanie Vaquer would fit better to me, or Julia would fit better in AEW. Like, I said that. I said at least Stephanie Vaquer would fit better in an AEW ring than a fucking WWE. Because the reason why one of them is like, I know a lot of you are going to tell me, oh, well, WWE has the big three coming in and Jordynne Grace. Here's your problem with all that. You're going to sandwich yourself. WWE is going to cannibalize itself. Because I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you up front, if Jordynne Grace signs with WWE in January, because she was granted early out on her contract, here's the problem with that. Jordynne Grace will become the next Naomi real quick. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why this is. They have too much women's talent. That's why. People bitch at me all the time about AEW having too much talent and talent not being utilized. You're going to watch it in WWE, the women's division. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. And what's happening in WWE right now is they got too much women's talent and they're sandwiching themselves. That's what's happening. For instance, Stephanie Vaquer should be down in the mid-card division, right? Right now, she should be in the mid-card. Stephanie Vaquer should be. She should be fighting Jordynne, beating Jordynne cleanly. This should be taken off of her. There should be a mini story. Boom, boom, switch, boom, dump. Jordynne goes back to wherever she is. She's not been good. Icon has pointed out, every time we see her in Icon will point to me, that fucking move she does is fucking botched. It's terrible. Why do they have her have the title? Icon will tell me straight up all the fucking time. He'll point out every time Jordynne has a match that this shit is garbage. And I can't blame him for saying that because it is garbage. It is fucking trash. But WWE did that to themselves. When you sign these major talents, Jada Parker is great shit. I don't know why she's not pushed. That's baffling to me. Another one that I feel that's not pushed is the one that's the leader of the new Toxic Attraction. You want to talk about Cora Jade? Let's talk about the one that wears the face mask all the time that walks around. She should be pushed to the heavens back. She should have beat Jack Jordan a long time ago with Helen Finley and all them. I don't understand that. And Thea Hale, why are we not pushing her to the sky is the limit? You had her just recently in a title match against Roxanne Perez. Looked like $1 million. You have her go back into purgatory at the bottom of your fucking roster? That makes no sense to me. And you made her look stupid when Rich Holland fucking was doing his stupid bullshit to build up a story. Like, the fake tear shit, man, was absolutely absurd to me. Thea Hale should be further than she is. Thea Hale could be their Julia Hart of their division and win titles. But they ain't pulling the trigger with that. And it's really unfortunate. And this is why I tell you guys all the time in any of my streams anywhere. I tell you guys this all the time when we have these discussions like this and I have these long conversations with you. Stop saying when AEW, okay? Stop telling me AEW has a bloated roster all the time when WWE does and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I hear this all the time from some of you. Oh, AEW has a bloated roster and they don't do shit. Well, okay. Then if you're going to say that, then we need to talk about WWE having a bloated roster. And meanwhile, they're talking about bringing in Brock Lesnar to what? To what? Feud with Kevin Owens? And I'm grateful they didn't say they had plans for him. Good. Good. He should not be even booked on your television. I will literally, like, no joke. If this guy gets booked into your television, I won't watch whatever show he's on. You can lose a viewer real quick with me. I don't want that guy in a ring, period. He needs to be canceled. Goodbye. Good rhythms. I just, I complain. And I want to make this clear. Like, people are saying, well, I'm fair to both sides. AEW, WWE. I've been fair to both companies. We compare the two all the time here. But I'm really getting tired of hearing how AEW has mishandled people. Okay, yeah, I agree with you. But then we need to start talking about WWE mishandling people. Let's just talk about it. They're finally pushing Carmelo Hayes. They're finally pushing Carmelo Hayes on the main roster. Do you guys know that? Carmelo Hayes was sitting in purgatory for a while. AJ Styles, I feel sorry for the man. He's now out for another year. Is he going to re-sign with WWE? That's going to be the $1 million question. Is he going to retire? He's already looking like he's retiring. He pulled a ligament in his fucking... And that's not kayfabe, by the way. So I was wrong. I thought that was WWE fucking with us. No, he came out today and said, no, that wasn't a work. That was literally legitimate. And he said when he pulled his boot off, what they're not talking about, he did say this on X, when he pulled the boot off, he was making fun of people for being stupid. Guys, WWE, listen to me, the typical WWE, don't go on somebody's Twitter and go, stupid. Don't act stupid. To these wrestlers, don't act stupid. Please don't. Or an athlete in general. When they're saying they're hurt and you don't know about the injury, go look it up for yourself. But don't sit on X and go and act stupid. You make yourself look stupid. AJ Styles had to roast like 5 people today on X. It was hilarious reading the tweets. He had to literally go and roast people. It was funny. Guys, a ligament injury is when what happens in what he explained, it's in the foot. And when it snaps, it could go through your fucking leg. I even knew that. And I'm not a doctor. I've seen it happen in basketball games. Like, for instance, a few years ago in the NCAA tournament, remember the guy that turned around and landed and his leg bent backwards the wrong way, and they were trying on TV not to cover the bone not going through the fucking leg? I knew when AJ Styles went up and when he went down with it, it was pretty bad. but he had a boot on. Difference is he had a boot on, so we couldn't see if it was physically injured, and he was limping. And it looked like he was in severe pain. So, yeah. And he's saying a year. So, there you go. Again, like I said, another thing that I want to openly say here on this very stream of mine. Don't believe everything you listen to when it comes to the dirt sheets. Just don't. They completely love potential breakup story going on the wayside. Well, they brought in A-Town Down. So A-Town Down Under was brought into NXT. So it looks like they're in NXT. And they need to be. NXT, honestly, A-Town Down Under, like, to be honest with you, was wasted on the main roster. They've been wasted. And I think they're going to feed them if I think it right. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. That injury was really bad too, and if you take off the blinders on the TV on the telecast back then, people did on YouTube, you could see the bone sticking out. It wasn't really really like something that I don't wish on anybody. But he had to have major surgery. Look at Alex Smith. It's another one. He was never the same. So will it be the end of AJ Styles? I don't know. We'll know in a year's time when he does. I think if I'm AJ Styles, look, I don't renew with WWE. I haven't been utilized properly at the end. I would go and make a run in AEW personally. That's just me to AJ Styles. I would go and try to be all I could be with New Japan and that. But WWE could tack on time. That's the other thing, too, that people don't realize. Again, WWE is very, very fucking petty. And again, Kevin Owens is not going to not going to AEW. Supposedly he has a handshake deal with WWE to stay with WWE. So, there's that. So, again, like I said, I'm just really kind of over, I'm kind of just over the dirt sheets for reporting fake news, and I'm over the people like JD from New York having opinions that are not relevant and people roll with it. You guys see the people that come into my chat that are not here every day on the YouTube side to ask me stupid boneheaded questions. That's because JD from New York puts it out there. Most of the people that you see coming from other channels here, yeah, Andrade. Yeah, I agree with that, Andrade. But again, Andrade was always bound to go back to WWE. He wanted to go back to WWE. His wife's there, or Charlotte's there, his wife. He wanted to be there. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. But I thought Andrade would have been betterly suited being in New Japan, CMLL, things like that, personally. Also, another thing I will tell you guys, I will literally tell you guys, like, when it comes to wrestling, the things that I like, I'm gonna be watching, you know, I'm gonna be watching to see what they're gonna do with. I'm fascinated to see what they're gonna do at Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. I'm there day one, so, because I'm a Scott D'Amore fanboy, so yes, I admit that I'm a huge Scott D'Amore fan. What? Probably drug related, most likely. Probably self-harm or something. Like, bro, it's like today. I'll put this out here to you guys. Earlier, I was talking about it before I had to cut my stream off because I was having. I wanted to stream to TikTok, so I had to switch my streaming softwares to Streamlabs. But I wanted, you know, for instance. Oh shit. Yo, Beam Demo, thank you for that. What's up, Beam Demo? Sorry, guys, I didn't have my other chat open. Oops, my bad. I forgot to chat. Yo, Cynthia, thanks for the raid. That's wild. Seriously, that's wild. What? Hey, what's up, Cynthia? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thanks for the raid. Yo, what's up, Gothic? Welcome back. Man, everybody's fucking like, you know, this world's a clown world, man. I tell you, it's a clown world. It's a fucking clown world, man. We're living in a clown world, I'm telling you. Fucking, we got people canceling themselves for no reason. I just watched Asmongold. Asmongold canceling himself. Mr. Beast acting erratic and being a fucking shithead. We got fucking Prime, the two owners of Prime, putting mercury and fucking lead in the drinks. Well, fuck, but this world's, I tell you, this world's a clown fucking world, man. Tell you. Oh, I love having the Ring camera, guys. Oh my God. It's so good having the Ring camera. Can I tell you guys? Having this Ring camera is great. My gardener's here, that's why. So, hey, you're welcome. I got you. By the way, I want to say this in my own stream, and this goes out to all platforms. Look, okay, so I'll go to the here. I'll do this again. I'll just go here. So, if you guys weren't aware, Asmongold went on air and said something to do of the range, but what's going on in the Middle East. He gave his opinion about the Middle East and how he felt in his opinion. It was pretty much his opinion. And from my understanding, people didn't like his opinion. And Asmon has taken some takes recently that people have shit on him for. And I'm gonna speak my mind. I said I wasn't. I don't speak politics and stuff like that, so just keep this in mind. He has his opinion. And his opinion's his opinion. At the end of the day, I'm gonna leave it like there. Like, his opinion's his opinion. He has a right to feel however he wants. It's like when people talk about Trump or Kamala Harris or whatever. Like, I've told you who I voted for. I'm not afraid of telling you I voted for Kamala Harris. But like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and you know, like, because I know how these platforms operate. I know how these platforms work. There's a lot of gray area that you just don't go on these platforms. And yes, and I've seen others go, well, why is this person not banned? Why is that person? Why is this person not banned? Oh, this person was talking about this here. Because a lot of things get swept in gray areas. That's why not everybody gets banned, and not everybody, and I know these platforms have issues with it, and there's a lot of gray area. But I know some of you are not going to like me for my opinion on this, but when you sign up for terms of service, it doesn't matter what laws, it doesn't matter. Freedom of speech goes out the door. When you sign up for a platform, you have to abide by the rules. There's rules and regulations on every platform. When you read the terms of service, when you hit that stream button on YouTube or whatever, your rights go out the door immediately. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. You have to abide by rules. That's why you see me not have an opinion on things often. And that's not even including the political suicide you'll do to yourself, especially when it comes to companies. If you're sponsored by a company and they start hearing you talk like that, it's good. You're Dunskies. Good luck to you. You will never get partnered with people. So that's why when people ask me, well, why you don't talk this way, or why you don't off stream? Sure, all day long. I will talk off stream with you, politics, whatever you want. When it comes to streaming, I have a professionalism. That's just how I feel. It's just how my standpoint I see with streaming. Streaming is a business, and yes, I enjoy it. Yes, it's a hobby, but it's a business. There's just fine lines that I don't go. There's just fine lines that I just don't go. Like, for instance, what people don't realize is that the Saudi Arabia government they got their hands in everything. Here in the States, they got their hands in golf, basketball, you name it. So Amazon, you name it, they do. The prince has his name on everything. So again, as I tell you guys, like, you know, I stay out of the whole politics things when it comes to platforms, man. It's for the birds. I'll go talk to you off air. That's different. You know, but a lot of you have asked me who I voted for, and you guys asked me nicely and out of respect. That's what I will tell you who I did. I'm independent. A lot of people think I'm liberal because I live in fucking California. Like, I'm not liberal. I'm in the middle. I'm usually I'm in the middle. I'm like, so you guys know this about me. I'm liberal. I'm not liberal. Let me say that. I'm independent. My card says independent. And I changed my voting standpoint years ago. Like, I don't, when I was 18, I was young and dumb, and I just went with what everybody else was telling me to do. But no, I see all sides of the board, always, when it comes to anything. Like, if you're coming from Cynthia Stream, hi, my name's Trev Sauce. You guys have been giving me the hard questions the last couple of weeks. So, and I was getting shit on in my comment section because somebody brought up they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. It was a joke. It wasn't even me. I had my Discord audio going out, and I was streaming, and somebody was talking to me about the dogs and the cats, the whole meme thing, and people were like, "Oh, you're just a crazy liberal." I'm like, I had to delete comments. It was too ridiculous. It was getting asinine absurd, to be honest with you. But I'm on neither side. When I vote for what appeals to me on the docket, and I read everything, I study about everything, and I'm about human rights. I got you. But Cynthia, you're very passionate. You're like, see, you're more very, very passionate. There's nothing wrong with that. As I said, I wasn't trying to tell you, oh, don't have those conversations or anything in your stream, man. I will never tell that to somebody. I was just enjoying the conversation, the back and forth, to be honest with you. I mean, that's what I enjoy about you. We can have those conversations. I just don't like opening up the fifth wall like that. That's just not my style. I've never been that way. I did that once upon a time, and I learned the hard way. That's the one thing I do enjoy about your stream is the conversations. Like, we can have a middle ground and have those conversations, and it's very welcoming. But I don't go, like I said, I don't go on X. Most of my X, if you guys know, most of my X is pretty much, I have 2 X accounts. One that's my NSW, and then the other one for being safe at work. You know, so you guys know, like, do you think Logan Paul should be released from WWE for what's happening with him? No, because he's an attraction. That's why WWE's making their money. They have to. He signed a 5-year deal. They have to get his money out of him. The thing about Logan Paul, I don't like him as a person. I don't like his brother. I don't like KSI. I used to be a Prime guy. I used to say Prime is great, and then when I started seeing articles on the energy drink not being as healthy as they claimed it to be, and it was full of mercury and lead, I said, fuck you, Logan Paul. I won't drink their drinks. I won't promote it to kids. I won't promote it. You will not see. I think I took down some of my videos on YouTube for that. I won't promote that shit anymore. Logan Paul can go eat shit for all I care. Like, I will not promote his brand. Like, you won't see me Lunchies. You won't see me promote Mr. Beast. You won't see me promote any of those people. The shit that they put in the food is a lie. It's a scam. It's harmful, and it's very, very fucking shameful. And I was drinking their product, and like I said, I was the guy on stream that was drinking their product and promoting it, saying it was great. to find out, no, lead and fucking mercury were put in the fucking shit. Now, that's allegedly, but still allegedly still means if there's some rarity to it, then yeah, I'm not taking a chance. And Lunchley Mills, let's be honest, if you're giving your kids Lunchleys like that, there's something wrong with you. My mom always made me a sandwich, PB&J. She always gave me the good shit. Like, it doesn't take that much to go and hand your kid a nice made sandwich to go to school with an ice pack or a cold pack in the thing. It doesn't take that long. And I used to make my own, when I got a little older, I used to make my own lunches, man. Like, I used to make my own lunches. I used to love my mom not making me lunches because I get to pick what I want. And I loved making my own lunch. I'm not going to say this, that my lunches were healthy. You know, a lot of it was salt driven because of the amount of chips that I would eat. I would take like 3 bags of chips with me to school. Those little mini bags. So when, you know, I would sneak like Napoleon Dynamite and eat. Because we were in school. Like I used to stay after school for 2-3 hours to get tutored. So I didn't get home until like 6 at night. Because I was so far behind regular kids. So yeah, real talk. I barely graduated high school. I almost became a bum on my mom's leather couch. White leather couch. Playing Halo and fucking Gears 5. I was smoking cigarettes. I hated going to school because I always got sick. I never understood why. I would get sick with the ammonia all the time. And I used to make fake doctor's notes. Yeah, real talk. I hated going to school. At the end, I didn't like high school. I kept getting sick. And then I was hospitalized and nobody would tell me why. Until my mom threatened the school. And then finally, they gave me the help I deserved. Take somebody in your house to step up for you and threaten. Then people finally want to do shit for you. Welcome to the school system. No children left behind. George Walker Bush. George Bush, sorry. I don't want to see Logan Paul and Brock Lesnar in the ring again. They both are terrible people. Well, again, Logan Paul's making the money. They can't fire him. They can't fire him. He has done nothing in a WWE ring to deserve it. But the person outside of that, yes. Yes, I don't want to see him in a ring. But he hasn't done anything to WWE that's been harmful. You can't fire somebody. You can't fire somebody for doing something stupid offside, like a grant or anything like that. You can't. And a lot of his court cases are in the United States, and the proceedings are just starting. So I can't fully turn around, right? I can't, as a person, I can't fully turn around and go, well, G. Willikers, until he's proven guilty, I can't sit and go, Logan Paul is this, that, and the third. When a court says he's guilty and he pays all these fines, then I can have, everything's just speculated at this moment. But the lead and mercury thing, I turned around and said, you know what? There's tons of reports on that. And when we see the independent findings, I guarantee there will be. And he deserves to go down. No joke. But back to Asmongold. The thing about Asmongold, and the thing is, he talked about Palestine. That's what he did. He talked about Palestine and Israel. I even knew when Cynthia played the play button and he started talking about it. It falls into that category. Oh, yeah, you're going to get in some trouble. That's just the way it's going to be. That's why you're going to be in a lose-lose situation when it comes to those things, man. There's personal real talk. The way the United States goes and the way everybody's doing it right now, everybody's just, yeah, I didn't even know that. Yeah, he had an opinion. From my understanding, from watching his apology and then before I went live, before I said anything, I wanted to do some more research on the matter, and I saw the clip. He didn't say anything wrong, but again, how we are in America. In America, we're very sensitive about things right now, and Palestine and Israel stuff is very, 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 very a sore topic in this country right now, and you got two sides. in this country, we have two sides of the board, and we have a lot of stupid people, and we have a lot of young kids that are just not getting it, and are holding up kids from going to school, and that's just shameful to me. Like, I'm all for protesting, and I'm all for, you know, I'm all for giving an opinion. Don't stop people from doing what they need to do. It's not their fault, you know. And there's no need to ruin schools and throw shit and break shit. You know, there's better ways to handle that. And I've protested before. In real life, I have protested about human rights and things like that. There's better ways to handle it. And when you listen to these kids talk, they have no idea what they're protesting over. They just, well, I saw something on Facebook and I'm just going there to protest. They have no idea. They have no idea. The people that were rioting at fucking USC and UCLA, they had no idea what they were doing. Because my friend's doing it, I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I'm doing it. That's not why you protest. You protest because you have a belief in yourself and you want to see change, and you do it peacefully. You do it peacefully. I've marched in protest before for rights on AIDS, to better ways of treating the homeless, to we march. We don't cause a scene. We go and march. We don't hold up things. We march on the sidewalk. You know, we have our signs, but I wear my shirts. But we don't go and hold up work places. We don't do that kind of shit. Oh, I got you. I don't have an opinion on this whole thing. Like, to me, I just don't have an opinion on this thing, because either way, you're going to get canceled no matter what you say or do. To me, I'll say this. It's been a battle of the sands for years. Let's just get real here. It's been since the 90s, since the early 80s. All it's been is fighting over sand and greed and religious shit. And if we're going to speak honest, we just gave these people smalls about the land. We put these people here, and we just said, here, do this, do this, do that. And they've just been fighting over sand for years, and oil and financial shit. And again, that's been happening for years. This is nothing new. Like, that's just real talk. It's just nothing new. Like, it's been going on since I've been a kid. Since the 90s. Well, it's what's up, Gothic? Thanks for the raid. It's been a no-win situation. Like, it's since the 90s. Yo, thank you for that. Make sure to check out Gothic Cowboy if you haven't. Check out the homie. Welcome in, everybody, from Gothic Stream. My name is Rev Sauce. We're talking about the Asmongold stuff, and to be honest with you, I personal beliefs here with Asmongold, he should have just kept his mouth shut. He shouldn't even had to do an apology. He should have just wrote on X, hey, I stand what I believe in. I said what I said. It is what it is. If you don't like me, you can unfollow me. And it's how it should have been. He should have said, fuck it. He should have put his middle fingers up and said, look, I'll say what I want to say, and that's that. It's my right to do so. This is where I believe in. He's going the 180 direction. I'm sorry, everybody. It's pretty much the way of, it's pretty much, I have companies, and I'm part of a business, so I have to go take the, I'm sorry. Oh my God, why is this shit going off? It's the pretty much, I have to, how can I say it in a good way without, what, I'm not trying to sympathize with him. Have a good night, Gothic. I'll keep it this way with you guys. The way I took it, the apology, because I watched it through Cynthia's stream. I usually watch his content all night long. So here's real talk. He's doing what every other person does. He's doing pretty much what Moist Critical did. He's doing pretty much what I don't think Mr. Beast Mr. Beast did, Logan Paul. Feel sorry. I'm going to give you robot response. I'm fucked up. I need help. I need to do this. I got to do better. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be better. It's all corporate jargon. It's to save your ass. He didn't need to save his ass. He's doing it because he runs businesses. That's why. He's doing that. His company could lose a shit ton of money out of it. I'm going to reevaluate and I may pull myself from this. I'm like, bro, it's not that deep. You just had an opinion. Bro, do you know how many podcasters I watch have an opinion on politics? Many. Joe Rogan does. Elon Musk does. Fucking the Breakfast Club does. The View. My mom watches The View. Whoopi Goldberg has a complete breakdown on fucking politics and shit on their podcast. Come on now. Yeah, he said he's getting away from leaderships, from companies, and he shouldn't. It shouldn't be. He shouldn't have. It's obviously in this day and age, that's what happens. That's why I tell you guys I always plead the fifth when it comes to talking about this stuff, because you never know. Companies are very sore, and when you're a face of something and you're going on these little like tyrants or having an opinion tyrants type deals, like he does at times, can get you in some serious heat. Not because he wasn't in the wrong or in the right. It's just because how people see it. The perception. It's the perception. Welcome to the world we live in. Like, welcome to the world we live in nowadays, where people are so oversensitive. Welcome to the world. People don't go watch videos anymore like they used to. People go watch 10-second clips. And they think for some odd reason that's your full opinion. It's like, no, motherfucker, that's not my full opinion. Watch the whole video to actually get the beginning and middle and end. I get it all the time talking wrestling. People think I said this when I really said that. Or if I say something about this, it's obviously that. And that's the problem. You have a lot of new generation that are just out for blood. A lot of the new generation that are out for blood that don't do full research. And when they get called out on not being full research, they go, "Oh, well, I was wrong," and then it's the throwing the fit shit. That's the generation. That's that Gen Y, Gen Z, it's the Gen Y generation, and it's like, guys, you got to do better than that. You can't just pounce on somebody because you feel because their title wasn't to your liking. You just can't do that. You shouldn't. You should see everything you should see A, B, and C. You should never go to F and then go, "Oh, well, fire that guy, fire him." We learned that about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. We learned real quick that you just don't run to conclusions like that. You just don't go run into the fire and go, "Geronimo, he's in the wrong. He's in the wrong." You need to see everything out for what it is. You got to see everything out because it can hurt somebody. Like, it's like what's going on in this country. A lot of people are believing I'm sorry, I don't mean to give this is not politics. People are believing fake news. Like, always read everything. Read everything. Read before, just don't read one article. Read several articles. And if you're not reading those several articles, then read it again. Maybe you're doing something wrong. Don't just go to a YouTuber and just expect that's how everybody feels. Yeah, today, like for instance, I've been telling people for a minute, like, guys, stop being so much in the fast lane. Like, I cover wrestling and I'm learning it now. There's so many people that are in the fast lane that their mind can't go past a 5-minute video. And I was trying, I've been trying to explain, I've been trying to explain to people, like, I've been saying this for a minute, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this. Most people in the newer generation, you take a phone away from them, you take a smartwatch, they'll crumble. They'll crumble. Got a lot of disinformation on the internet, man. And I've been trying to tell people this for a while. Like, you need to be... I tell people, what happened to the day and age? You got to form your own opinion. You got to be an open mind. You got to form your own opinion. Stop with the bullshit that just because this person tells you... Just because somebody over here that says they're a scientific expert over here... Again, just because this person says, I have 20 years of experience... Again, I want to see a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, or eighth. You know what I mean? I want to see 8 different experts. I want to see what each one of them say. And then after that, I want to form my own opinion and then go with it. That's why okay, I've kind of failed on the working out part, but I've been listening to channels. I've been listening to things, but I take it all in. I don't just watch one. Just because this guy says he's lost 1,000 pounds doesn't mean shit to me. I'm going to go watch somebody else, and then I'm going to watch somebody else, and then I'm going to watch somebody else. Because then I go down the rabbit hole. You got to go down the rabbit hole of things to, because each person brings things differently to a table. I've always seen that. That's the same how I feel about a lot of things. But going back to my topic of Asmongold, look, at the end of the day, Asmongold shot himself in the foot. He's going to have to live what he lives with. He, like Cynthia said, it's another one we just lost. He did it stupidly. He should have just wrote a statement. Not even write a statement. Just say, hey, look, I said what I said. He should basically say, look, I stand by what I said. I said what I said. It is what it is. And then he should turn around to all of his companies that he works for and turn around and say, hey, it was my opinion. If you want to fire me over it, fire me. I didn't say anything that hasn't been said before. And in fact, if you really want to go there, guys, pull up Roger Waters, Pink Floyd's bassist, original bassist. Go pull him up and go listen to his Palestine rhetoric. Go listen to what he has to say. I've been to his shows. Go listen to him. Go listen. You think Asmongold's bad? You think he was that bad? Some of these people, go watch Roger Waters. Come back and tell me Asmongold did something wrong, because at the end of the day, it's not that bad. It wasn't that bad. And I watched the original Twitch cast. It wasn't that bad. Look, he had an opinion. I think that's well stated. I think people need to stop dissecting things that are not there. And for him to go, oh, I need therapy. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. You're over dramatically. You're overselling it, dude. And I get why you're getting shit on. I get it. Because you're overselling it. You deserve what you get. I can't teach you people skills. That's the one thing. Like, that's a people skill thing with Asmongold. Asmongold. And I might have been unshadow banned, 82 viewers, no idea from where people came from. Well, I like short form content. Like, for instance, I'll be honest with you guys. I like short form content, right? Not all short form content's bad. Like, when I'm watching a cooking recipe, I don't want to watch the full video. I don't want to watch a 30-minute video. I want it condensed. You know what I mean? Maybe to 10 minutes or like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Sometimes I like shorts in those aspects. Sometimes I like shorts when I'm watching somebody play the drums and I don't need the whole video, but I want, there's certain reasons I like shorts. You need the information and that's it. Yeah, I just want for instance, I just want what does it take to make that recipe? Boom, 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 boom. I like 8 minutes plus though. Yeah, some people do. Yeah, some people like 8 minutes. I know you're joking, but some people like 8 minutes. I used to be that way. I used to watch tons of content, but I don't have time like that. See, another thing you guys don't like. Cynthia was saying this earlier, and Cynthia's correct about this, and I'm in the same boat as Cynthia, right? Oh, I'm not trolling. I get you. See, Cynthia said it for me earlier. We have lives, and we can't sit down and just watch a 40-minute video, especially when you got to stream, especially if you, God forbid, you're working. You can't sit there. You know what I mean? You can't sit. So sometimes short 5-minute, short form shit works out at the end because we get the just. But I'm not going to be one of those people that are going to sit there like some of these young kids, man. That's my gardener again. My Ring camera is not liking the fact my gardener's here. Like the motion sensor is just going off every second he's waving the fucking blower. It's fucking wild. Fucking wild. For me, heavily depends on what I need. Yeah, exactly. It's for instance, if I'm watching, it depends on the content too. Like it depends on for instance, those bottle breaking videos, the ones where they have the little rubber balls in. Sometimes I'll sit and I'll watch that. 20-minute video in 2 hours, Jesus. I watch a lot of YouTube content. Like, guys, I watch, to real be honest with you, and I've told you guys this, and I know I sound weird with this one. The videos I watch primarily on YouTube, I don't follow the drama when it comes to streaming. I stay away from that with the big streamers. The videos I watch the most, and you guys are gonna say I am fucking weird. I was ranting heavily. If you're talking about the Asmongold stuff, you weren't really ranting. You were just saying how you felt. I mean, if it's anything like that and any other stuff I've seen you do, you weren't ranting. You were more of just giving your opinion on somebody that you weren't wrong for saying. Like that was a shit show. It was like a funeral. And it was like, yeah, I don't blame you for saying that. That was a funeral. That was a weak ass excuse of a fucking. Let's just keep it here. It was a weak ass excuse of an apology. Sorry that I curse a lot in my streams, but it's true. It's a part of my language. It's a weak ass apology. And for you to turn into, man, that's what you deserve. He's killing his career. Like, I'm sorry to tell you that. Asmongold's killing his career. He's committing career suicide. That's what he's doing. I don't think it's going to last long because the cash flow. These people say they're not about the money. I'm really tired of these big names saying, I'm not about the money. I have millions in the bank. Okay. You just committed career suicide. Let me be real with you. When you start losing millions over your stupidity, you're going to all be about the money all of a sudden. You watch. Trust me. Why? Let me be real with you guys. Why is Moist Critical back to doing videos again the same way he was doing it? He said he wasn't, right? It's all about the dollar bills, y'all. You lose your bottom line. You got rent to pay. That big house, that big car you bought, that big electric vehicle you had to have. You have to pay that back somewhere. Like I said, Asmongold lives in Texas. I don't know where in Texas. He doesn't have to pay property taxes and shit like that. There's no really sales tax and shit. Maybe some of you can quote me on that. He lost another one. Yeah, it's the truth. These big names, these big names, first it was Mr. Beast, now it's Logan Paul, KSI. These guys are committing career suicide. It's so sad. And fucking Moist Critical just put his foot in his mouth. He debated himself. He shouldn't have been on a call. He debated himself, and I'm not going to go there about Dr. D because I can't explain this whole name on Twitch because you'll get in trouble for saying his name. Dr. D fucked himself over. He shouldn't have been texting with minors, period, point blank. And I can't wait till the day that shit comes out, and we'll find the real reasons. But yeah, that guy, I don't watch his content. I don't really. I watch Moist Critical to an extent because it was stupid what he said. But still, you should watch what you say and how you say it because you never know when somebody's filming or recording. Mr. Beast, I've never watched a Mr. Beast anything. Fuck that guy too. For what he does to people is just unconscionable to me. And I can't believe Amazon went and partnered up with him. I just can't believe that. and Logan Paul could just go fuck himself for all I care. I hope I don't get cancer or anything like that later in my life because of drinking his drinks. Cause hope cross my fingers with that one. But Asmongold at the end of the day, like I didn't really watch Asmongold like that for his World of Warcraft. Like a lot of my friends did. I didn't. I watched him more for his takes. So the reason I started watching Asmongold was for his takes, his opinions on certain topics. That's why. I like people that do short form content, like 10, 15-minute content, and they're having an opinion in their mouth. Like, that's what I like about podcasting. You know, that's what I love about Joe Rogan's clips. I will sit and watch a Joe Rogan clip because I can't take in a 3-hour-long podcast, but I could take in a clip, you know, of a certain topic. And I enjoy those, like, especially if I'm out and about and I'm in a car or I'm having teeth work done or I'm at a doctor's appointment. Sure, I'll take those things in. I like his World of Warcraft videos a lot because of Blizzard, you know, missed the mark. Yeah, he appeals to people that play World of Warcraft, and to me, that's not what I watched Asmongold for. I know a lot of you have. A lot of you would watch Asmongold for that kind of stuff. I didn't watch Asmongold for that. I watched Asmongold for his opinion pieces, his reviews, him talking about the industry, or for instance, when Linus Tech Tip called his Thor hammer dick and balls, or dick ship, and he got so upset, and I rolled my eyes when he goes, "Oh, not again." He's talking about the logo. God damn it. He was so mad. Or the fact that he fakes being a PlayStation, or he's a PlayStation fanboy, and he turns around. Like, those are the things I like about him. See, like, to me, like, it's expected from him. That's the thing. Like, I don't think he should walk back what he said. I really don't. It's an opinion. And I think opinion should be an opinion. Like, you know, like, a lot of my friends in streaming say whacked out opinions sometimes. Do I get mad at you? No, because you're my friend. I'll be your friend. I'll walk behind you. I will walk with you off the cliff with you because I love you. Like that's a friend. I will never, like, somebody says something stupid. It's like, it is what it is. I've said some stupid shit. Over the 18 years of doing this, I should have been fucking canceled many times. Like, for real. But like I said, just like to sit there in the comment, I said, look, I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your channel. You do you. I'm just here with my popcorn out. I'm here enjoying what you're putting out there. Like, I'm here with my popcorn bowl. Like, a lot of times when Cynthia will sit back and, you know, have an opinion, I'll sit down with my popcorn bowl. That's just how it is. It's popcorn time. Because I know I'm in for a treat. I know I'm in for something. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the punchline to come. And it's cool because a lot of times Cynthia doesn't know what goes on in America. For instance, the other day we were talking about pounds and weight and how food is distributed here in America. And, you know, right now, Fruit Loops, people are walking off the job. They're having major protests out the fucking loop today. That was Max, maybe I am well, yeah. I enjoy the conversations. You know, you like talking about real world stuff and things that, you know, some of the things I don't agree on, but I listen to it and I'm very into what you're talking about. Like, you know, I enjoy all my friends' content nonetheless. Even if I disagree with it, I sit down and I listen to it. I take it in. I'm not that person that's going to tell you, oh, I'm not that guy. I'll sit down and I'll listen to it. Even though I'm at my screen going, I fucking disagree with you. You're wrong. And I'll be like, you're wrong. I'm like, but it's okay. It's okay. I talk to myself. I treat my screens as like people sometimes. I'm like, oh, motherfucker. No, I'm making it into comedy. Like, I'm over embellishing what I'm saying to my screens. Just to let you guys know, I'm being comedic. I'm not being real. Yeah, exactly. That's the point I like. That's what I come by people's streams for. Like when people are talking about things, I love it. It's the art of form of conversation. The other thing I tell you guys all the time on is like hey, for instance, when me and Cynthia were talking, for instance, Fruit Loops. Let's talk about this because right now in the United States, people are protesting out the offices. Moms and kids are protesting right now outside the offices of Kellogg. It's rightfully so. Kellogg did say that in the United States that they were going to stop putting additives and chemicals in the food. I haven't had a bowl of cereal in years. I don't eat bowls of cereal like that. I don't get up on a consistent... I'm an afternoon person. I don't get up for breakfast. And if I'm having breakfast, to be honest with you, my first choice is not Fruit Loops. It's not fucking... It's... Yeah, that's the point. It's supposed to be banned here in this country, but but it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. If I get up for breakfast, I'm going and having pancakes, or I'm going out to have steak and eggs, or because I know that's going to be the last meal that I'm going to have for 12 hours probably, so I want to make it as worth it as I can. Because a lot of times if I'm going out to have breakfast or I'm making it, I'm usually streaming for 12 hours, or i.e. I'm usually working out, or I'm going out and doing a million things with my family. Usually. Like, for instance, my uncle last week that had 3 different... My uncle had testicular cancer, so you guys now know this. My uncle had testicular cancer and had all the stuff removed downstairs. And part of his liver, his kidneys. The guy is just lucky to be alive. And I tell you guys, don't fuck with your life. Don't. If you see something, don't fuck with your life. I tell people, like, most men are afraid to talk about it, but if you have a weird bump or something going on down there, and it's not going away normally, you should go get it checked. Right. Well, my mom, as I was, like I said, my mom would make meals that counted because my mom was feeding for 5 of us in the house. So, my uncle, so after spinning the drain and had it all done, he's been lucky. He's been in remission for years. Now he has to have testosterone shots. It's covered by the military hospital, or because he was a former military guy. It's covered. Well, recently he, had uncontrollable peeing episodes, UTI infection, you name it. He didn't give a fuck to get it checked. So my aunt's on top of it. So my uncle was going into code yellow, literally yellowing. His whole body his kidneys were shutting down. So what they did was over the weekend, they had to get his potassium levels up. They had to give him dialysis. Get him back up they're trying to get him up now to a level 1 in the kidney levels. They're trying to get him up to a number 1 because they can't send you home until your levels are normal, like a normal rate. If you're below it, from my understanding, if you're a 2 or a 3, you're not going home. Your kidneys are literally fucking shutting down and stuff like that. So he's now sitting at almost a 1, so he's gonna have a nurse helping him out per day, that's how it's gonna be. Now my uncle was kind of showing signs of late dementia. I think my uncle's had it for a while but hasn't said anything. But then they're saying that's because of the potassium levels and the way the brain works. If you're not getting enough potassium in your body, your brain goes into mellow yellow jello mode to where you forget where the fuck you're at. Oh, wow. YouTube just finally, my bad. That was weird. YouTube finally came up on my chat system dream. I'm so sorry. You left with so much disappointment. I'm sorry to hear that. How was he? I haven't really paid attention on the match. Thoughts on Stephanie Becker in ring debut last night? I'll get to those here in a minute. But see, mother is not part of my children. Yeah, but getting back to my doctor, my uncle's doctor stuff real quick. I am so sorry that I ignored your messages, but it didn't come up on my caffeinated app. My bad. My bad, my guy. I don't know what's going on with caffeinated. Something's always. I complained in their Discord last night saying they're always broken. Getting back to what I was saying, my uncle and I was mentioning Cynthia earlier, so Cynthia is gonna despise me for this one. So going up to my uncle's house, we rented a car because my car doesn't have tags. I have to drive it 80 miles. Any chance of a full recovery? Yeah, my uncle's going to be 75% of the way there. He's ending story. He's going to need dialysis going forward. I mean, that's just, he's not out of the neck of the woods. It's going to be dialysis, and he's 81. I mean, he's lucky to have the years that he's had. I'm not going to say anything mean here, but, you know, I mean, end game, you know, how far could you go with dialysis? You know what I mean? How far can you go with dialysis and other things before the body says enough? You know what I mean? You know, I had to be real. I have to be realistic with my expectations. And my uncle's been loosey-goosey when it comes to monitoring his health. Like, you know, my uncle's always been that way. Like, he'll just keep going like it's another day, and it's like, no, you're not okay. Like, no, you're not okay. You know, you should go get the treatment that you deserve. Instead of sitting here and, like, acting like it's another day in Mayberry. You know what I mean? But he's getting the care. They're waiting the next couple of days out to see how everything is. They did do a stent in the heart because they were worried about that for a minute there. With the prick line. They were worried about it. Yeah. Different package. He's going to have a nurse with him for a while. Not a stay-home nurse, but a person that comes in and checks in on him here and there. Because they're, you know, he's been doing some erratic things. So that's what they're going to do with him. From my understanding, they're going to have an in-house nurse that comes in every once in a while to check up on him, make sure he's doing the things, taking the meds. He's going to be on a potassium water diet, a potassium type deal where he needs for the kidneys and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know all of it. I just know the majority of it. When I was there, it was pretty much primarily I was house sitting for my aunt and kind of going to the hospital to say hi to my uncle, but it was mostly just sitting around and watching her dog and pretty much that kind of stuff. So yeah, but getting over there at the nursing station, yeah, so they're gonna bring in somebody that's paid fully under insurance here in the state for him. From the VA hospital, they're just going to bring somebody in that checks up on him every 2 times a day. So once in the morning and once before afternoon. To see if he's doing the right things, his levels are good, everything's good. Trust me, when I say my uncle's been fucking with his life, he's been fucking with his life for quite a while. Like, my uncle just goes like a airhead and doesn't really give a shit about anything. You know what I mean? So I knew this day was coming. Like, I saw this one coming. Like, when you don't, like, I just recently, like, I'll admit you here to all of y'all. Like, to be honest, I didn't give a shit about my health either until I had COVID and almost died. So that's, you know, I went for years not going to the doctors. I went for years not worrying about my teeth. I went years without giving a fuck. Once I had COVID, once I watched what happened with my body, now we give a fuck. And I've been going to the doctors religiously. I get my shots. I make sure to get everything every year. I make sure to be on the right path with a little bit of everything because I do not want to have what my uncle has. And yeah, I don't want half of that shit. And I am getting back into working out somewhat starting tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow and the next day. One of the two. Yeah, like I said, my uncle is playing with he was playing with fire, and there's nothing you could do about it. When people don't want to help themselves, you just really can't help them until they want to take the help. My uncle was just going along with it with like it was another day in Mayberry, and like there's so long you could do that, especially he's lucky. Like I didn't know he had it. Like I thought it was just his bottom pieces that got taken out. No, it was a little bit of his. Sorry, that's mine. I apologize. You're hearing my gardener at 3 in the afternoon. But yeah, it just, you know, honestly, when I go to the doctor, I get physicals. I have my blood work done. There's a lot of things that I get done. Like recently, I got all my shots done, my RSV, my COVID shot, because I don't have an immune system. So I know some people are against shots. I get it. I'm not saying which one's better than the other. I'm not telling you guys, go get it, force down your throat. That's not me. I gotta make that disclaimer. I get them because my mom's elderly and is in the senior bracket, being 64. And me, I get it because I get sick so easy. 5-10 years, I've been sick pretty easily. Like, I go outside and I get sick easily. So, me having a shitty immune system, I go get the stuff done that I need to get done. I know some of you don't agree with that stuff, but I'm constantly, the reason I wear the watch, now you guys know why I wear the watch. I'm constantly back and forth with my doctor, always. I'm constantly making sure my heart rate's right, making sure I'm sleeping right, making sure, you know, my heart, I the other day, like with my sugar levels, like I did not like the way my body was moving. And this was 2 weeks ago, and I was sitting in the chair and I felt out of body experience. I was like out of body experience. Like the world was moving and my sugars were like low, and I just ate and everything was fucking all over the place. And I was telling my mom right then and there, like, I think I'm going to the hospital. I think we're going there. I was like looking at her, like everything in the room was like spinning. And I was like, holy God, is this vertigo or is this something else? Like, and I'm doing the ECG. I'm doing the ECG on my watch and everything, and my heart rates are normal, so I know it's not my heart. So eventually it went away, the feeling, but you know. But I don't live in this world where I believe. I get you. I'll feel you. I do it because of my immune system. I don't do it because doctors tell me that I have to. I do it because of my immune system, and I do it just to boost my immune systems and things like that. And I'm always constantly sick. So I do it for those reasons. I do those for those reasons. But I get where you're coming from. Is where we disagree, but I totally get it. I get it, Cynthia. You've been on the record on that. I totally get it. Like I said, I don't get mad. I don't get mad if people are not into vaccines and stuff like that. I do it because I get sick and I have somebody that's elderly in my home that I don't want to get sick, and that's had COVID, and she's had COVID before, and I was lucky I had my shots for not those reasons. So that's just me. But there's things with my doctor that I don't like. Like for instance, I'm constantly like, that's why I wear the watch. You guys know the reason I wear the watch is for those reasons. I have to. This has been so game changing to me. Like this whole watch thing is, and I know people are gonna tell me Apple Watches are pointless and Google Watches are pointless. No, I wear it because I respect, the least I get somewhat of my health. If something's wrong, I can hold the watch and an ambulance is coming. You know, my crown on my watch, I can hold it and an ambulance is coming my way. You know what I mean? It's for those reasons. You know, that and I could track my calories and my heart rate, and I don't have to have my phone near me. Do you know how nice it is to be cooking and I don't have to have my phone near me? Like, I don't have to have it in my pocket. I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, those are the reasons why I like having a watch. I can answer to a text message without having to feel like I have to bust out something, stop what I'm doing in production, and go, okay, I can look at it. If it's nothing major, I could swipe it out. Or if a Facebook comes up, I could swipe it away. That's why. I believe in full extreme. Yeah, I get you. You want to have full control. I totally get it. But I was hospitalized and, you know, kind of changed my perspective on how I see my health and how my life was. I was pro against doctors for the longest. I was pro against anything for a while there because I had a really bad experience, and I tell you guys the truth on this one. I was passed around by psychologists and therapists, and I was passed along with different medications and different things for my disorders, and sleep and whatnot. I don't sleep. You guys don't realize this. I don't really sleep. I don't take meds, period, point blank, unless it's really, I'm really, really off bad, like I'm desperately bad. If it's a, you know, like toothache, okay, I'll take meds, but I refuse to take meds. I don't take meds, period, unless I'm really dying. Like when I had COVID really badly and I was in a car going, can't breathe. Okay, I'm going to my last resort here. Z-Pack and some other stuff, but to be honest with you, is where we disagree. Yeah, I did I read that? I did. Okay. Yeah. I see your point, Cynthia. When you talk about health, I see your point. I totally get where you're coming from. Yeah, seriously. I do. I used to be a person that never went to the doctor. Like, take it from somebody that I just never went to the doctor, never gave a fuck about my health, period. Take it from somebody that used to smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day and smoke a carton of cigarettes like it was coming out of style, and then you pump in marijuana, and then you pump in vaping, and then you go into drinking hard alcohol all the time. When I was in my 20s, I did not give a shit about health. Yeah, I did go to a doctor, did not give a shit to go to a doctor. I would have if I never had COVID, I still wouldn't go to the doctor. I would refuse. So I learned after having COVID, you should go to see your doctor every once in a while. You should have a chat with your doctor. You should know what's going on with your body. Not give a fuck. And now kind of gaining my weight back a little bit, I kind of am now starting to take it a little bit more serious than I did. Mostly depression, which people don't realize is it's mostly depressive. When you go through the shit you've gone through the last couple of months like I have, it's really depressing. Like, a lot of you don't realize this. It's hard to get up out of bed when you have shit crumbling in front of you. It's hard. And especially with the multiple disorders I have, it's very hard. I tell you guys this all the time. I tell you guys this all the time. Like, it's hard to be me sometimes, getting out of bed and facing the world sometimes. It just is. I have days to where, I tell you guys this all the time, and it's the truth. I have days to where I don't feel nothing and I don't care about nothing. There's days that I just go like that, to where I just don't care. I'll sit in my bed and I just don't care. And then there's times to where I have to get up and face the world and I still don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I go, I've gotten better with it. It's not something simple that I could just get up out of bed and that's just the way it goes. Now, some people are going to go, well, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. And, well, go through a lot of the shit that I've gone through in my life with death, and go through a lot of the brain altering things that I've seen with gun violence, and go through the shit that I've seen up in front. I've seen what guns can do to people real quick in front of my face. And I've seen some things that nobody should see in your wildest dreams. So I tell this to people all the time when it comes to things, man. You know, but like I said, just being me, being too real. Like I said, me being a little too real for streaming. I tell you guys, like a lot of the things that I go through is like, I go through the 50 Shades of Mental Health, and it's really hard. It's very hard. And a lot of people ask me how I do it every day. I get up out of bed for you guys. That's just how it is. I get up out of, my motivation is to get out of bed because, you know, with all my disorders and all my problems, it's hard. Even like when my uncle was going through what he's going through, a lot of people are asking me, like, where was my mental state? My mental state was, you know, I got to be there for my mom. I got to be there for my aunt. It's hard. Started watching, stop watching, start watching. Welcome back. Hey, how you doing, Shortcut? Hope you're doing well, buddy. By the way, if you're on Prime, I had issues with my account. So if you guys want to know what happened, I deleted my account because I had issues taking my card off and having some issues. So instead of contacting support and dealing with days on days, you know how customer service is, I just said fuck it, I'll just make a new account. It's not a big deal. I had four followers, not a biggie. You know, those 4 followers can come back and refollow, and it's all good either way. Cindy, I hope you're still here. Oh, you guys got our ad break in process. There's an ad break. My bad. I wish I could have muted that. My bad, guys. I don't pay attention sometimes. My bad. There was an ad in process. My bad. I should have. Hopefully you guys are back. Hopefully you guys are all back. But yeah, that's just some of the reasons. You guys want to know what makes me tick, what makes me go every day? It's you guys. Honestly, it's the people that I talk to every day. That's what keeps me going. Like, and you know, it's just, I can say this in a good way. It's you guys all primarily because I don't really have very many friends outside of this. Like, a lot of my friends have moved on. And I tell people all the time, and I know I Beam, I had some of you unwatched because it sounds depressing. It's not depressing, it's just real talk. You guys asked me about my real life shit. Well, I was passed around. You know, in my young teen years, I was passed around, you know, with drugs, to numb your fucking disorders, and it wasn't fun. And when you go through a lot of shit with gun violence and you see some things with living where I live, when I was working with my uncle on cars and stuff, it wasn't in the fucking suburbs. It was in the fucking ghetto. And let me be real with you, in the Santa Ana ghetto, it's gang related. And things that you see, I wish on nobody. I had to get down on the ground because somebody decided over parking spots, and because they were wearing 2 different tattoos in 2 different colors. One gang was this way and one gang was that way. He pulled out a semi-automatic and started firing. So let me tell you that. Let me just put out a couple of stories to you guys. That was 1. 2 is when my buddy didn't realize he had a Magnum. No, it wasn't a Magnum. Yeah, it was one of those OK Corral guns. And he thought he was being funny. And he didn't realize the gun was loaded, and he put it right in front of my face and was fucking with it. And I turned around and I said to him, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I had to tell him, "You're fucking insane." I still love him to this day. He was fucking around. I still love my friend to this day. You know, he was fucking around. He just thought there was nothing in it. But I know how guns work. Trust me when I say that. I do know. I'm not a gun person, but I know how they work, and I know when they're loaded. And I was telling the guy, I had to keep telling my friend because he thought it was his mom's gun, and he thought it was funny to wave it around. And I was a teenager, but again, same principle. I had to tell him I had to pull it out of his hand and turn the safety on, because I had to pull it out of his hand and said, "What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, it ain't funny. Waving guns ain't funny." So I share these stories because I've been through a lot of stuff. I've seen gangs roll up and do some shady shit in my lifetime. And I tell you guys, I share these stories because I'm real. I don't hide my stories. I share these stories for you guys because, you know what? I have a lot of stories to tell, and there's so many of them that I've been into. Like, for instance, my school went under lockdown during Cinco de Mayo because somebody stabbed somebody, and we went into lockdown, and they were protesting it was Cesar Chavez Day, and they were protesting because of Latino rights. And this was way back. When I think when Obama was president, and something to do with I don't remember. It was a very long time ago, but there was a protest. But I have stood and protested before, so like it's not my first time, and I've seen a lot of shit in my lifetime. That's why some of you ask me like, you know, how do you walk a day in your life? Well, I do it very carefully. I'm very introverted for reasons because I'm not. And here's another story for you. I'll share you another one. So when the pandemic ended here in the United States, right, I wasn't ready for it. So, I just came off of almost dying, and I was going through rehab and learning how to walk and do the things. And this was like 3 months after, and my former team that I was part of, the owner, Adequate Gaming, Punk Rock, asked me to come out to Disneyland because they were visiting, and it was very surreal. I can't explain it to you guys, but when you've been in cabin fever for so long and you've been cooped up for so long, and you see thousands upon thousands of people in over a year, you start dry heaving. Like, let me put it this way. You start looking around and it doesn't look right. Like, you've not seen it in a minute. You just don't know how to react. And that was me with my mental disorders. I haven't seen people in a minute. Because I was going from Walmart with tons of people, Costco's to tons of people, and it's like you turn around and you're seeing thousands of people in a park, and it just becomes so real to you. Like when you don't have it and then you get it back, it's like it fucks with you. It really does. And like I was asking people, is it okay that I take my mask off? Is it okay? Are we okay to do so? Like, because in my mind, I'm still being by the rules. I'm I'm asking, is this okay to do? Like, am I okay to do so? Like, it was a whole different planet to me that day. So I explain these stories to people, and people go, man, like, I don't go out enough. Like, I explain it to people. I don't like going out with people. I'm not a people person. I've been this way since I share these stories. The reason what stopped me drinking and whatnot wasn't because I was like coming home blacking out all the time. It was more of, and that was the reasons I did that is because, and I explain these stories too. The reason I didn't like life. That's the fact. I didn't love myself. There was times where I would just go party with my friends and have sex and do things that I shouldn't have been doing because I didn't love myself, and I was angry at the world, and nobody was listening at the time, and so alcohol was the thing. Drinking was the thing. Heavy drinking. Partying. Didn't give a fuck. Did not give a fuck. So, yeah. Those are stories for you guys. And then smoking. Lots of smoking. I never did hardcore drugs, though. That's crazy. I never went never to that fifth element. It was always marijuana, and it was always cigarettes, and it was like drinking. Like, Jägermeister was my thing. Like, Jägermeister. Tons of it. It was like my thing. So I would drink for like 5 people. It was insane. It was I was like Kid Rock. I was drinking like 50 beers. Didn't give a fuck. And to be honest with you, I should have been arrested many times, and I wasn't. What got me to stop was when my friends started flowing cocaine around. That's when I took myself and I went to canceling real quick. You want to try this? You want to do an Adderall? You want to do that? Rumors are swirling. The triple threat. Triple H is upset not getting Will Ospreay last year. Okay. I'm not surprised. I'm not fucking surprised. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I'm not surprised. I'm not heavily surprised Triple H was not upset. But sorry, I was going down memory lane and talking about my life. I share my life, so I apologize. I don't mean to sound so depressing. My bad. My bad. I try to keep things very positive. Shortcut, if you're still watching, buddy, what's up? Hope you're doing well, homie, over on the Beam side. I know some people don't want to come here and talk Don't want to hear my life. One other story I will share. So I was the Halo guy in my school. So all the gang members in my, so when I was sitting in class, every single person in the front or second row was either pregnant or had ankle monitors. And this was our special ed class. All of them had ankle monitors and shit. So I was friends with all these people. It was funny. They were all Halo players. So I got along with all these people. I never was robbed. I was never anything in school. I was friends with everybody. I got protected because I was the Halo player. Like, I was the guy with the Xbox. I was the guy with the fun shit in life. Fun fact. I know some of you, I was friends with gangs, okay? I was friends with a lot of gang members and a lot of friends because I was the Halo guy. I connected with games. Like, I was the guy that would give inside stuff about Halo and about, and I was also the kid when eventually my family would give me cigarettes because I got older, and my mom was my mom, and she told me, hey, you want to start smoking a cigarette? Here, I'll hand you one. That's how it started. She said, hey, you want to be like me? Fine. My mom's quit smoking since, but when she would hand me, she said, you want to start smoking? I'm not going to stop you. Here, smoke like a chimney. Your call. Got you, buddy. I appreciate that. Schoolmates, half of my class ended up in jail. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. That's about right. Let's see. Rumors of swirling Triple H was well, that's not rumors. That's actual facts. I want to ask you, Logan, where are you getting your information from? Please don't tell me it's Facebook groups. I love you to pieces, but don't tell me it's Facebook groups. Because if you've been under a rock, Triple H has been upset about AEW about a lot of things. It's not just been one thing. And also too, welcome back, Dream 2. Sorry, my YouTube chat was a little weird, so let me get to your question since you're back. Gen Zs are so potentially, and I'm left with so much disappointment. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. A lot of parents and people in my generation, where most of you guys were probably born in like early 90s, early 2000s, were handed tablets, and unfortunately, and it's disappointing. Like, I don't think smartphones and things did favors for anybody, as far as I'm concerned. I think smartphones enabled parents to have a babysitter, and that's what they did. My cousin's kids all the time get handed iPads all the time, and it drives me up a wall. Be a parent. Be a fucking parent. You don't need to hand somebody an iPad if they're doing some stuff. When I was a kid, if I turned around and I was disrespectful, I got my PlayStation taken from me. If I didn't do well in school and I underperformed, I was getting shit taken from me. You learn real quick when you have shit taken from you. Parents these days have no idea, man. They just give everything, and it's like, no, and they're being bad, you should take it away, and vice versa. Yeah. So when I was in school, when I was in school, so we didn't really, so I'll explain how my high school went. So when I was in high school, I would go to school every day, and I was in special ed. Yes, I was put there because supposedly with my disorders and because I had issues reading properly because I was dyslexic, and I explained it, so they put me in the slow kick class. Good idea, right? No. I overperformed. What's funny? I overperformed. It was so funny. I was getting, my GPAs were sitting at 3.75. The last year of my high school, I didn't because I was getting sick all the time. So I loved being in school. School turned on me because I kept getting sick and nobody could explain to me why. And I did not like my guidance counselors and people because when my best friend died, my last year of school. They gave me the Dr. Phil answers, and I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for somebody just to tell me like it is. And yeah, that's just real talk. But yeah, my school, when I would sit, either the first row or the back rows, the two back rows were full of people with ankle bracelets, people that were in juvie, and in the middle and the bottom seats were full of women that were pregnant, that just had unprotected sex, and they're about to have their second kid or their first kid. And because of that, they were left behind. We were misfits, and then the class next to me were kids that were really bad off. We're talking like skateboarding accident. Now they can't perform sentences, but they have to be at school by law. Those kind of kids. Or somebody that's on a has breathing issues here and they're having a breathing machine. Or we're talking, really bad off stuff like ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, things like that, Back when I was a kid, no. Back in the kid, when I was in school, they did not teach that. I didn't get normal sex education as a kid. Yes, I had my mom come up to me and tell me about the story, the birds and the bees and how this fucking works. But when I was a kid in high school, they didn't teach us how to put a condom on or how to do this. Fucking no, they didn't. Other kids did. People that weren't in special ed class, we were treated like we were stupid. We were the slow kids. We got treated like that. And I had to teach myself everything. I hated every day I went to school, I was smarter than everybody in the room. I knew everything that was happening. It was sad until I made it a big deal. I forced my teachers to put me in regular classes. I was in regular U.S. history. I was in regular history. I was in writing class, but I struggled because with my dyslexia and with my disorders, I struggled, but I found it to be a challenge. I found it to be fun. And my last year of high school, I kind of threw it away to stupidity. I was constantly sick. So I turned around and I got depressed, and it sucks. But different times. You see, different times. In 2005 through 2009, it was this whole Children No Left Behind shit by George Bush. It was different. It was different strokes for different folks back then. My mom was getting prepared that I wasn't going to get a high school diploma. I was going to get a paper of participation in high school. And I took the SATs. I took the things that I needed to do to graduate high school. I busted my ass the last 4 months of high school. I barely graduated. I worked my ass off to get there because I was told by everybody around me that I was going to amount to nothing because I had disorder problems. I got told by my math teacher that I'm going to just be a bum on drugs the rest of my days. Guess what? When I graduated, I went up to her and I told her, I said some choice words off my mouth. Let's just put it that way. And then what I did was I came back 3 years later to my school and I made it a point, and I came back with my A+ certifications and showed her that I'm not some just, throwaway kid, and then I also, it's funny because I have to fight to be right. As a kid, I always had to fight to be right, which is, I'm bullheaded by trade. But yeah, no, I tell you guys this all the time. I tell you guys this, there's a lot of things I've done stupid. Yo, what's up, Tizzy? You doing well? Thank you for the follow. Thanks for coming in on the raid. Let's see. My guidance counselor who understood my autism is one of my biggest supporters at high school. Well, let me give you a fun fact about half of my guidance counselors, okay? You ready for it? They all became Dr. Disrespects. Fun fact. One of them actually got arrested last year. I didn't even realize he was still a guidance counselor in my school district. Literally got tossed and thrown in jail for 20 years. So there you go. Oh, and yeah, it gets worse. Yeah, he had cameras installed in the bath. He had cameras in the bathroom when kids were going to the bathroom. Real winner in life. Real jackass. And this is the same guy who told me that I could be anything in the world that I want to be. What a fucking asshole. Oh, and my ASB teacher was embezzling. He got arrested for embezzlement. He was taking the ASB funding money and putting it towards his beautiful new car back in the day. My high school was so corrupted, it wasn't even funny. And then my other teacher got arrested and thrown in jail for 10 years for taking tests for kids. Yeah. Uh-huh. Like, my school was fucked. My school was absolutely fucked. The only reason I got along with half of the gang members in my school was the fact that I played video games. The fact that the game in particular was Halo. The fact that I knew Halo, that Halo was my jam, and it was Smash Brothers. The other one was Smash Brothers. I was God tier in my school for knowing Smash Brothers and Halo and COD. COD became a thing. And yeah, and Rock Band. That was the other one. So those were the 4 games that literally in my school. Now, it wasn't like I'm making my school out to be, oh, it was fucking terrible. It wasn't all terrible. It's just we were a bunch of misfits. We were going to a school. A lot of them were bussed in from, underprivileged housing. And, blame Disney for that one because I live where Disney's at. And Disney wants to take all that housing away and all the marijuana shits. And I find that shit to be stupid. Disney wants to do more resort stuff and take away the good stuff. All right, buddy. Thank you for that, dude. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Anyway, let's get back into this. Wrestling comes on in about half hour. Let me get off the talking the real life shit because let me get off the real life shit. Alcohol to students. That's so stupid. Yeah. Yeah. I'll put it this way. One of my special ed teachers, because I questioned why, we were doing, we were talking about, Schindler's List, right? And I read the book. See, I like reading about, the Holocaust and things like that, right? I questioned because we were watching the movie and the movie, the adaptation, yeah, it's great. And How to Kill a Mockingbird is great, but I felt the books were better. So I started, when we were writing, I started questioning, I want to question, I have some questions, you know what I mean? And back then, and my teacher took the remote and threw it at me and said, don't ever, and I'm like, oh shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to ask questions. Sweet potato pancakes. Oh my God, sign me up. I'm there. Sign me the fuck up. Anyway, let me get on a positive note. I don't want to talk like gloom and doom. I know some of you, by the way, Shortcat, I had to delete my Prime account. Prime account, Beam account. My bad. Because something to do with some errors. That's why. I'll give you a refollow. It wasn't because I unfollowed you or anything like that, Major. I haven't looked at a match card, buddy. To be real honest with you, I really haven't been I haven't been really looking at a match card period, my friend. This week I kind of took off watching wrestling this week because I wanted to get back into finishing my season passes and grinding. I know some of you guys are going to be like, wow. Yeah, this week I just I wanted to focus on game streaming this week. And I've been following the news. Like, for instance, Kevin Owens has a handshake deal with WWE to stay with WWE. AJ Styles' injury is legitimately real. What's his name won the IWGP World Heavyweight title. Yeah, I've been watching the news. I just haven't really been watching the shows. Like, you guys told, like, I already hear it from you guys, like, don't even bother with Raw. It's basically the same shit you've already seen. So I watched the highlights. You guys told me NXT last night was okay. I still haven't watched the full show, but I watched the highlights. And it was basically the same. All right, buddy. Thank you for coming by. Thanks for the conversation. Thanks for staying as long as you have. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys think I've been following the wrestling news stuff. I got some videos coming up tomorrow for you guys. If I watch AEW, I may do a review tonight. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it as it's happening. I don't know. I haven't decided anything yet. I just want a game stream, chill out the rest of this week, get back into the vibes. Now, I did watch the Dodgers. They did lose. I did watch that though. The Dodgers lost, the series is tied 1-1. They didn't lose that badly to the Mets, though, the second game, though. And the Yankees, I don't know what their shit's going on. I haven't been following that one. I did watch a little bit of the Intuitive Dome stuff, the opening preseason game for there. Yeah, so I really like if you guys are coming in asking me about wrestling stuff, I mean, I've been focusing on the news, not really so much on like, not to be mean or anything like that. Like if something dramatic happens tonight, like for instance on the, I don't understand what Moxley's speaking about what he did to Danielson, and yeah, like, to be honest with you, I just don't like, to be honest with you, I don't really care. To be honest with you, I just don't really care. Bobby Lashley debuting, maybe. I mean, okay. I mean, maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not trying to shit. It does seems like I'm shitting on it. No, I'm not. It just, I'm not really kind of interested. I don't know. I seem weird like that. I'm just not interested in what AEW is doing. It just seems like, I don't know. It just seems like we're just walking into, what is it, the next one, Fyter Fest? We're just walking right into it. I think Fyter Fest is one of them they don't really give a fuck about. So these next 4 weeks, I'm going to be watching it. Don't get me wrong. I'll be watching it. It's the same how I feel about WWE building up to Saudi Arabia. It's just, I don't care. Can we get to the real pay-per-view? The real pay-per-view Survivor Series. I can give a fuck about fucking, I don't care who wins the big, like, I don't care who wins the big fucking heavyweight title. Like, it's not gonna matter. That title's not gonna matter. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean towards WWE, but that title's not gonna matter. They're not gonna put that on the line every week. It's gonna be Cody winning it. Like, it's gonna be Cody that's gonna win that shit. Like, let's just get real here. Fucking with me on this corner side. Am I gonna get fucked over? I'm gonna get... How's AEW looking tonight? I don't know. It looks, I mean, I can go and, go here. See AEW tonight. Let's see what we got. What do we got going on? Oh, shit. Yeah, I see you. Let me kill you. I mean, we got Adam Cole coming back, Kyle Fletcher. I mean, could be something good. my mind's not really like I said this week. Like I'm just focusing on gaming, man. I'm focused on gaming and watching like more of MLB and the opening, getting ready for the opening season of the NBA, man. Like I'm kind of excited more for that than I am wrestling at the moment. I'm not trying to, and by the way, please don't take it as me being mean towards AEW or WWE. It's just like, I'm more interested in the MLB playoffs than I am fucking in hockey. Like my Kings and the season just started for the hockey. I'm more excited about that. Kings lost the barn, or the Ducks lost the barn burner to fucking Ottawa like the other day. Yeah, I don't want you guys to think like I don't give a shit or don't care. You know, I like this week I said this week I'm gonna focus on game streaming on all the platforms, and I'm gonna do some wrestling news videos. I may do some reviews here and there. And then next week, I'm probably not gonna cover SmackDown, and I'm probably not gonna cover Collision, because Call of Duty comes out next week, and I kind of gonna be focusing for a week on. Yeah, so wrestling, like I'll cover the news videos, but I'm probably just gonna primarily focus on gaming for a little bit. Like I'll do little streams here and there, like talking about the shows. That's not changing. I'm not ending wrestling stuff. It's just that gaming this year, at the end of the year of gaming, for the rest of this year is heating up. Like we just had Dragon Ball Spartan Zero come out, or Sparkly Zero come out. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. We got Indiana Jones coming out at the beginning of the next year. I'm excited more like right now. And then we have the opening season of the NBA, which I'll be watching that intensely. Yeah, it has nothing to do with wrestling being terrible. Like it has nothing to do with that. And I'm not burnt out on wrestling. It's just these shows are just not good. Like, let's be honest, it's not been good. I'd rather sit here and talk to you guys while I'm gaming, talking about wrestling, because it's more entertaining than me than watching a SmackDown and watching Solo Sikoa speak on the mic. To be honest with you, not be mean. Now, what does that mean about me covering wrestling every week? Well, right now it's going to be in waves because games are coming up that I want to play, and I want to focus on those things more. And Icon wants to do kind of the road to the show, my player type deal. So I'm going to be doing that. I did say we were going to do that. I'll probably do that next week for a couple of days. And I'm really hungry. Oh, shit. I was going to make a channel update, just to let you guys know that's what's happening, because Call of Duty comes out next week, and I don't think I could dedicate my time between that, because I full-time, like, I want to play that game and get to Prestige 1, and I want to beat the campaign, and I want to play zombies, and I want to play zombies for hours. Like, this is like a Call of Duty that I put money into, that I really want to take serious. And I want to get my money's worth, if you know what I mean. While I'm waiting, tonight's the they're in New York, right? The Mets, right? Yeah, they are. I saw it on TV yesterday. They're there. After this game, I'm going to get up real quick, ladies and gentlemen, so you guys know. And welcome in everybody that's new. Thanks for all the likes on TikTok. I appreciate it. We are live on TikTok. We are live on Beam. We are live on a lot of platforms. And yeah, I've had a mouth and an opinion, and I talked about my real life today. So you guys got a full show today from me. And as far as wrestling goes, I'm not saying I'm not ending me talking about wrestling. Like I told you guys, there's gonna be there's gonna just be times to where I can't, because gaming's heating up, and I kind of want to focus on Call of Duty every day, and I want to focus on some things. So again, like I said before, I don't want you guys to seem like I'm giving not giving all my all to wrestling, and I want to, if I'm giving my all to wrestling, I want to give it all. You know what I mean? I don't want to just give you half-baked shit. Guys, I'm gonna tell you guys, watch Ango, watch Wrestle Talk. You know, if you guys are not watching me, watch Ango and stuff. I'll probably be watching it right now and talking about it. So like, stay tuned for that. Like I said, I'm just streaming I'm just streaming right now a little bit on TikTok. I have it in a minute, and I have like 5 days left of my Streamlabs Prime. I didn't even realize I did have Streamlabs Prime. I do. So I'm gonna use it here and there for the next 5 days just to get some traction on my TikTok. If you guys are not following me on everything, make sure to be following. You know what I mean? I'm on everything. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Beam. I'm on Twitch. Like sometimes I'm not even sometimes I won't be streaming on YouTube. I'm doing this just because I wanted to get some time on my YouTube channel, so it doesn't seem like I was going stagnant or anything like that. Are you gonna be watching wrestling tonight, Icon? Or are you watching more of the MLB playoffs? Because if you're gonna watch it, I'll do a watch along of it. We'll do a watch along over here of it. I have no problems doing that. Oh, nice. Okay. Good deal. New beans. Everything is fixed on my beam. We're good. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. It'll be my first one. I'm gonna end this game right here. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get something to eat real fast. I'm gonna just go snack on something, and yeah, wrestling comes on in about 20 minutes. All right. Okay. I'm going to go get something to eat real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put a be right back on it. And I will be right back. I'm still here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just eating real fast. I made myself a rice bowl instead of chicken. I did ground beef. So here's what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. Since we're only like 20 minutes, we're only 10 minutes out from watching wrestling. What we're gonna do is we'll do a wrestling watch along. We'll watch some AEW. Yeah, I did. That's why in Florida they were talking about possibly just doing a for the Tampa Bay Rays, they were talking about possibly just taking the stadium altogether out, the rooftop, and just having it open. Which I'm cool with. Now, some of you hear me out. I don't live there, but I heard it was really hard to see when the balls were in the air. Yeah, but they can build a new roof without having the padding like that. They could do something else, or what they could do is they could add a drainage system, you know. Guys, I've been really about these rice bowls, man, lately. I don't know about you guys, but they could do something. They're gonna need to do something better than what they had because the sheet that they had or whatever they were using was pretty fucking terrible. And weren't they gonna build the Rays a new stadium? This would be a way to redo this stadium a little bit, and give them a reason to do so. What they should do is they should do like the stadiums do for tennis, where they have a retractable roof. That wouldn't cost them a lot of money, you know. It wouldn't kill them. Jester, what's up, buddy? If you guys are new to my stream, hello. My name's Rev Sauce. Love your guys' faces. I'm just eating real fast. We're going to be watching some wrestling here in a minute. I'm just eating dinner real fast. I'm having a rice bowl with cucumbers, lettuce, tomato, or not tomato, Just cucumbers, onion, chives, a little soy sauce. And I threw in some squash. I know some people. What was that? Was that a fly? What was that? So sorry, I don't think you guys need to see me do like a mukbang over here. Thanks, guys, for stopping in and stopping by on all platforms. Much love. I appreciate each and every one of you. Ooh, the sriracha sauce hits too. I put a little sriracha sauce in my, just a smidge. Chick-fil-A sriracha sauce. Okay, so here's a question for all of y'all. Since I'm eating. Do you guys like rice bowls? Or rice beans?
What's up? What's up? Not much. How about you? Chilling at the moment. Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know if you know or not. I know earlier you're like muted in a little bit, not so long ago. So, for like stream, I don't know if you were muted or not. So, um, can you hear me? All right. Yeah, your stream it was like kind of muted on the mic audio. So yeah. Oh, it's like I saw you on like the screen a little bit. Like I'm not trying to fight, but like it's like you were there, not hearing anything, not like your game, but your microphone. Honestly, yeah. Oh, all right.
Does this seem dangerous to anyone else?
You're welcome. It's decently good. It's like start off slow, but like kind of picked it up from here. I got like the AEW up right now. Yeah, I feel
Protect
like
me, Squire!
what's it, Chris Jericho with the learning tree kind of deal. Like, I just wanted to see something better out of it, not like some you know, down with the wasn't down with the tree, Kappa. Yeah, I have to like avoid that DOS kind of deal, so have to be creative. Ayo. Spoiler alert. Rev is the new Batman.